Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is senior night, an opportunity to recognize student athletes from the class of 2022 who are making their final appearance at Mansion Park. These students have proudly worn the maroon and white and have represented themselves, their families, and the Altoona Area School District in an exemplary fashion, both at home and on the road. These senior football players will be making one last run through the tunnel onto our field. And we start things off tonight with Jake Adams, escorted by Mike and Michelle Adams. Dylan Ocker with Matt and Nicole Ocker. Andon Klingerman with Steve and Alicia Klingerman. Levi Cullum, escorted by Dawn Child Cullum. Andre Dokes, Michael Hilliard and Elizabeth Dokes. Joseph Donnelly, escorted by Scott and Dina Donnelly. Ashton Faust, escorted by Bill and Candida Faust. Aaron Hatch, escorted by Scott and Brittany Hatch. Ethan Heilman, escorted by Jesse and Brittany Heilman and Stephen and Jody Pio. Elijah Hauser, escorted by Brian and Ashley Hayward. DJ Johnson, escorted by Juanita Sweeney, Nigel Braxton, and Nariah Johnson. AJ Kilmartin, escorted by Jim and Jessica Kilmartin. Logan Klein, escorted by Jim and Carolyn Klein. Connor Reimer, escorted by Scott and Heather Reimer. Caleb Spriggs, Janae Smith accompanying Caleb tonight. Aiden Steinbugel, Jason Steinbugel and Lisa Dively. Ethan Strout, escorted by Jeremy and Lisa Strout. And finally, Brian Yingling, escorted by Brian and Danielle Yingling.
Your senior cheerleaders, Madison Adelsberger, escorted by Matt and Deanna Adelsberger. Alyssa Kovacs, escorted by Matt and Amanda Kovacs. Riley McCurdy, escorted by Kelly McCurdy and Richard Pio. Michaela Ross, escorted by Terry Wagner. Kaylee Rudy, escorted by Neil and Beth Rudy. Amiradama Smith Banks, escorted by Adam Banks and Destiny Gibson. Ella Strawmeyer, escorted by Mike and Jen Strawmeyer. And senior Jenna Williams, escorted by Jeffrey and Diane Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Altoona Area High School cheerleaders, Sparkle cheerleaders, Lioneers, and marching band here on senior night. 2021 Altoona Area High School Marching Band under the direction of drum major Charlotte Boyle. The band will open this evening's festivities with the Altoona Area High School Band Fanfare and the school fight song. The Altoona Area High School Marching Band. At this time, would you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem and the Altoona Area High School alma mater. And now, an Altoona band tradition, the Downfield Lion performs with the band's Signet March, Barnum and Bailey's favorite. together and clap along to the Hey song. Your attention please, a gray Edge, your car has its lights on, LJZ 8553. Once again, a gray Edge, your lights are on, LJZ 8553 is the license plate. The gray Edge, your lights are on.
Welcome to Mansion Park. Tonight, we bring you Mountain Lion football against the Central Dauphin Rams. Tonight, I'm Jim Abbott. I'm Jim Abbott every night, but I'm here tonight with Chris Strawmeyer. We're bringing you senior night, the last scheduled home game. We're hoping that over the next 3 weeks, the Mountain Lions do enough to get into the District 6 playoffs and possibly have another home game, 2 or 3, who knows, as we move on. But tonight, we bring one of the better teams from District 3 and actually from the state, the Central Dauphin Rams. What are we looking at tonight, Chris, with Central Dauphin coming to town?
Well, they come in 4-1, so they played a few less games because they were quarantined, had some COVID issues and whatnot. But they really have played pretty well. Their only loss was Wilson down out of Reading. I think they're Reading area. They beat them the first game of the year, and since then they've been kind of on fire. Beat Berks Catholic, Chambersburg, State College, and Carlisle. Laid 50 on Chambersburg, 42 on State College, 41 on Berks Catholic. So these guys are averaging 35 points a game. Come in with a high-powered offense, a quarterback who throws the ball and runs the ball equally well. He ran really well last year. Max Mosey is his name. He has 700 yards passing and almost 400 yards rushing 7 touchdowns through the air and 8 touchdowns on the ground. So he's a big playmaker for them, and he's going to definitely try to put up some have some big plays through the air and probably with his legs tonight.
So if you watched a couple of the games that Altoona has recently played that we broadcast, Central Dauphin East and Harrisburg, what we kept talking about was they had the athletes. They had these guys, 5-6 guys in those skilled positions that can just turn it on. This team might not be as talented in the skilled positions, but they are an overall complete team. They have probably the most solid team in the mid-pen. I'll really be interested to see how they finish off their schedule. I believe they have CD East coming up towards the end of the year, and I don't know if they have Harrisburg still on their schedule or if that was one of the games.
Harrisburg was canceled, and I don't think they're going to play it, which is a shame because that's usually the best game in the mid-pen. I think they play Cumberland Valley last. Is their last scheduled game. But
and then CD
East next week will be that'll be a good game too. Especially it's a rivalry. They're neighboring schools.
They're the same school district.
The same school district playing the same field.
Norm Miller, we talked about him before. He's the superintendent. They both play on Landis Field, and it's their inter-district game because it's the same school district but 2 different high schools.
So now tonight, unfortunately, one of our Mountain Lions we were not sure is going to play. Ethan Straub, leading rusher for the Mountain Lions, 760 yards on 140 attempts, 9 touchdowns. He's their bread and butter player, no doubt about it. He's their go-to guy, and he also is a tremendous linebacker on defense. I think he is going to sit this one out. He is dressed. We've seen him around. I don't know what's going on, but rumor has it he might not be playing tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
And he's listed as one of the captains, and standing next to him is Jeremy Straub, who was a big-time player here in the late 80s, early 90s, and it happens to be Ethan's father. So he is the honorary captain tonight. He just helped with the coin toss, and we're getting ready here in a few minutes. We've got 2 minutes left on that additional clock, 2 minutes 39 seconds. Looking at Altoona, looking forward, they go to Carlisle next week. They go to State College the last regular season week, and then possibly a rematch with State College, win or lose in the playoff round. According to how we've done things in the past. Now, Williamsport, which we have beat early in the year, they are now in a sub-regional with us, so we're not sure if they're going to play out the District 6 championship side and then play Williamsport or throw Williamsport into the mix with the District 6 teams.
Yeah, that should be interesting to find out because, in all honesty, by all accounts, and we haven't seen State College yet, but by all accounts, Williamsport, Altoona, and State College are very, very similar. Anybody can beat anybody, I think, there. So that should make for a real interesting district playoff or district championship and then sub-regional playoff, however they're going to do it. But that'll be very interesting there. We're looking forward to playing State College again. We renewed that rivalry recently, and it's been they haven't played in a long time, and that's always a great game to have every year. The Altoona State College game is one that even the kids get up for. The students sections get all fired up, and everybody usually is ready for those games.
So both teams are out on the field, and there was about 1:12 on the clock. They did clear the clock and get it set, so we are going to start a couple minutes early here. Before the kickoff, I'd just like to thank the MLTV crew bringing the game to you. Caleb Fries, Chris Fox, Mason Crownover, Brooke Thomas, Abby Hernkane, Mia Sassano, Sophia Caputo, and Emma Skelly. The kick from Central Dauphin goes into the end zone, and the Mountain Lions will start their first possession tonight at the 20.
And Aaron Stauffer, their senior kicker, has a very good leg. He just kicked that one over Doak's head into the end zone. He has 1 field goal on the year, 21 extra points, so he's made a 39-yarder. So he has a decent leg for them. He also, I think, does their punting. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll see him out there a lot. Punting the ball and not kicking off.
Well, number 22, Alex Yost, is now stepping into the starting position at tailback or running back, and he gets the first ball up the middle, and he puts his head down, barrels forward for about 4.5 yards. So Yost gets a good carry, filling in for Ethan Stroup right now. And he's had some spot time running earlier in the year, Chris, but this is going to be his first time full duty.
Yeah, it's his first start full duty. He's carried 17 times for 59 yards and a touchdown this year. So he's been in there spelling Stroup at times. And he starts on defense. So he has lots of experience out there on the field. So we'll see how that works out tonight for the Mountain Lions.
Again, a fake up the middle, and there's a
Tyson Reed.
Tyson Reed's going to go the distance, down to the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown Mountain Lions. That was just a speed option fake to Yost. The end and the corner bought it, and the end came up on Steiny. Steiny pitched it, and Reed went the whole way, 74 yards and an opening touchdown for Altoona.
76 yards.
76.
Yeah, that was, I bought it. I looked in the middle myself. It was great ball handling by Steinbugle. And then got that pitch out to Tyson Reed, and nobody was out there, all alone.
So a 45-second drive there, and it was basically 2 plays, 80 yards, but 76 of them on the pitch, on the speed option to Reed. And Palilla's going to try to add the extra point, and it's up and good.
Wow, that's very surprising here. 45 seconds into the game, Mountain Lions are up 7-0.
Well, again, we said this is a complete football team from Central Dauphin, but they don't have the speed athletes that some of the other teams do. And they bit on the dive up the middle. Somebody missed responsibilities. The end went to tackle Steiny. He pitched it off, and Reed had nothing but green in front of him. And by the time the rest of the defense realized he was too far gone to catch. So Mountain Lions with a quick 7-0 lead.
Well, I'll tell you, if I was playing defense, I'd have been burned too, because I definitely followed Yost into the middle. And then by the time I looked out to see where the ball was, it had already been pitched, and Reed was going down the sideline. So a great start for the Mountain Lions here. See if they can parlay that into some kind of little upset here. Sometimes these teams coming from Harrisburg, it's a long trip. They're not used to making these long trips, and they're a little sluggish off the bus. If you can punch them in the mouth early a little bit and get something going, put them on their heels, sometimes you get that big advantage here.
So Mountain Lions will be set to kick off. Again, 7-0 Altoona. Cade Sell will tee the ball up and kick it off. Deep for Central Dauphin is that number 1? So Zion Allen, I believe. And he cuts back left, and he's still on his feet going. He breaks a tackle, and then
tackles.
Finally goes down at the 35. One of the things you saw in that...
I think that was Mark Harrington.
Making the tackle?
No, on the kickoff.
Oh.
He's a freshman.
Is he 15?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay. And Harrington is supposed to be the punter tonight, too.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So I apologize to the Harrington Niedermeyer family.
But I didn't even know they had another 15 on the roster. That's interesting. Anyway, all right, so Central Dauphin gets good field position here to start.
And here is the receiver coming in. Once again, that is Allen.
Allen, number 1 on the carry.
Getting the carry. We'll give him 3 yards all the way up to the 40.
Yeah, Coach Glenn McNamee, who's been there for quite some time for Central Dauphin, does a great job with him. Loves running that jet sweep. They run that jet sweep. The guy puts his foot in the ground and cuts inside. It's a play I've recognized for years that they run. Zion Allen just ran that one. He has 7 carries for 130 yards on the year and a couple touchdowns.
A quick pass, left-handed quarterback, and he gets it out in the flats. Just a quick 5-yard hitch. And number 4, which is Juice Shelby, is able to take it from the 40 to the Altoona 45, so a gain of 15.
On the stop. Gain of 15.
Yeah, so Juice Selby's their leading receiver. That's his 14th catch of the year. He has 246 yards before that, so he's the guy that they look to.
And another pass that's off the fingertips. Mountain Lions were back in coverage, and if anybody had their eyes up, he actually tipped it up in the air, and it was a chance for an interception. So again, the quarterback tonight is number 16, Max Mosey.
Double Mateo.
2nd and 10 from the Altoona 45. 10-14 to go first quarter. Mountain Lions break it open early with a 76-yard run by Reed. Here's another quick pass out in the flats. Again to number 4. He breaks the first tackle. And
we're going to get a hold.
Yeah, there should be a hold on the one outside receiver, and the flag went down right at his feet.
Yeah, Dokes tried to get off the block, and he couldn't. The receiver out there had a handful of jersey. That was Selby again, I think, making those moves. He looks like he's got some juice to him. Juice Selby.
There you go. So I believe it is it a spot foul or a line of scrimmage foul? Because they marked it from the 38. So it'll actually it'll end up being a 3-yard penalty. But on the positive side, it's going to negate the 18-yard gain.
Right, number 20, Mason Walk was out there with a chance to bring Selby down, but Selby just kind of sidestepped him and broke that tackle. And Dokes might have been able to get him, but he got held, so they bring it back.
Trips right. And quarterback draw, and at home is Manny Miller, who makes a good play. Mosey is able to get 2 yards, but Manny shed the blocker and made a great tackle.
Yeah, Manny Miller likes to play defense. There's no doubt about it.
So they're going to line up right away, and they do what Altoona does. They get up, they sort of want to see the defensive formation, and then they look over to the side and have a play call. Mosey steps back. He's going to almost get sacked, and then finally he goes down, and this time it was Brian Yingling from the nose tackle position. There were 3 or 4 Mountain Lions there, but Yingling did a great job in cleaning it up and finishing it off for we're going to give it a 9-yard loss.
Yeah. Manny Miller just attacked the left tackle and just gave him a bull rush and knocked him back into the quarterback. Got his fist on Mosey, but he couldn't get him down, and then Yingling chased him down for a big loss here. And great start for the Mountain Lions. They're going to get the ball back, forcing Central Dauphin to punt.
It's only 3rd down because of the penalty. Now we've had problems in the pros, the college, and a good punt down to the 10. And Dokes is going to take it. He'll get to the outside, cut back in, and then finally the entire Central Dauphin team brings them down about the 23. So the Mountain Lions hold on the first possession. Again, I'm not sure if that was just my imagination, because it was 1st and 10. We had the penalty, moved it back, and then there was only 2 other plays, the pass and the run.
51-yard punt, 9 yards.
Oh, there was an incomplete on 1st down.
Okay.
Remember? He threw it just over the head of Mateo, number 18, and it got deflected. Then 2nd down was the
penalty.
Was the penalty. 3rd down was the quarterback draw, and 2nd down again was the quarterback draw, and 3rd down was the sack. So, but hey, that's a pretty good punt there by Stauffer. 45 yards, tremendous hang time. Mountain Lions are fortunate to get it out past the 20 there.
Quick pass situation, and Steinbugle dropped the ball as he was getting ready to pass. I believe Yost fell on top of it, or one of the other Mountain Lions, so it's going to be a loss of 3.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he got the ball back. But if he put his knee down when he got it back or something, that was strange. Yeah, Steiny has had some trouble at times holding on to that ball. I don't know if it's smaller hands for a quarterback or what the story is, but
there's the same play they scored a touchdown on, and this time instead of pitching it, the defensive end, I believe that's number 7, just knocked Steinbugle back 4 yards. As he was running, I don't know if he was getting ready to pitch, but he just got hit in the chest and went flying backwards. So it's going to be a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, so the Mountain Lions are definitely going backwards here.
So it should make it 3rd and 16 from their own 17. But that time the defensive end, Randy Rudy, Coaches must have talked to him in between. He really made a nice play on it. Steinbugle rolls left, looks to throw out, and he's got Dokes.
Wide open.
Dokes is open, and he's out to about the 40. So from the 16, that's going to be a 25-yard gain.
And they roll out Steinbugle to the left to buy a little bit of time for protection. And of course, you know, right-handed quarterbacks like to roll to their right, not their left. So Steiny does a good job squaring his shoulders back up and completing that pass to Dokes for a big gainer there on 3rd down. His hands didn't look too small in that one.
That was a nice play, and Dokes
nice
sort of
play.
sat down right in the dead spot between defenders. So everybody's coming this way. Quick handoff up the middle, I believe. No. Steinbugle kept it and then got himself out to the 45. So we're going to give him a gain of 5, and there's a little bit of pushing and shoving tempers.
So Steinbugle with his ball skills right now is definitely being kind of deceptive. The Mountain Lions catch a break there, the dead ball foul.
Well, with the dead ball penalty, I don't know if he was holding the face mask or, you know, afterwards applying a little extra pressure on Steinbugle once he went down. And that's where the sort of pushing and shoving then came back when they got up. So the Mountain Lions will now move 1st and 10 down to the 40 of Central Dauphin. And number 8's on the wrong side of the ball. I think he has an equipment problem. Nope, no, he's just lost.
Yeah. That was definitely strange.
Well, senior night for Altoona, 7-0, and they're driving here on their 2nd possession. They've done a nice job against this Central Dauphin team. Again, Stroup, Ethan's not playing tonight, so Yost is in his position. Here comes Dokes across. Hand off to Dokes. It's going to be a reverse. And Reed once again pass.
Steinbugle's wide open.
And Steinbugle cuts across the field. I don't think he's going to get in the end zone, but he picked up about an extra 30 yards.
A little razzle-dazzle out of the Mountain Lions to pick up 35 yards down to the 5. Tyson Reed with the pass again. He's done that a couple times. Not exactly out of that formation in that particular play, but more like the halfback option type. But the Mountain Lions go on that reverse, get the defense all going the wrong way, then get the double reverse back, and then sneak the quarterback out, which is only allowed when the quarterback's not under center, if I remember that correctly, right? He cannot go out for a pass if he's under center.
In high school, I believe you're correct. It has to be out of shotgun.
So they were in shotgun.
He's under center here. Quick handoff. This time Yost did get it right into the end zone. Wow. Mountain Lions right away jump out 13-0 in the first 6.5 minutes.
What a start for the Mountain Lions here.
5-yard touchdown run for Alex Yost, and Palilla is going to line up for his 2nd kick here in the first 7 minutes.
And all year long, the Mountain Lions have been a tremendous first half team. So can they hold on? You know, that's going to be the key here. And obviously, you can't just hold on against this team. Oh, he missed the extra point. I think he pulled it.
Goes for the touchdown.
But you can't just hold on against this team. You got to keep scoring with them because they're going to score.
Somebody's hurt. I think one of the defenders was trying to lay out and block and hurt his shoulder. So we're going to have a little bit of a break here. Again, I'm Jim Abbott along with Chris Streimeyer. It's senior night, 2021. All the seniors came out, were introduced ahead of the game. It is also Pink Month for breast cancer. And the Mountain Lion cheerleaders all have pink pom-poms. The night couldn't have started better. I mean, when have we been middle of October with 77, 78 degree weather? So
seriously, the last home game of the year, it's more than 70 degrees at night. This is something amazing right here. I mean, actually I saw my old coach, Coach Niedermeyer on the way in, Coach Niedermeyer's dad, Vince Sr., and I said, I don't remember it being like this back when I played. He said, it never was. I said, it would probably be about 40 degrees and raining at this point. And we all played on grass fields back then, and the fields are miserable, and the mud was terrible, and you know, it's amazing how what turf does. It really changes the game.
I mean, I remember some of our games back 20, 25 years ago with those teams when I was coaching in the late 90s, 96, 97. Our last game was up at Du Bois, and it's like 22 degrees, and you're sliding on ice.
Right.
And that one night, well, 1997, Mountain Lions 9-0 going up there, and Du Bois in the first quarter jumped out to a 21-0 lead. And the Mountain Lions came back, did not give up another score, actually didn't give up too many more yards, and I believe they put up 42 or 49. It was a great finish. We made one defensive adjustment to shut down a little special pass they came up with, and the Mountain Lions went on and had their only unbeaten season, at least in the last 24 years, and I think it was their first unbeaten season since the late 60s. So
they used to park that fire truck there, and they'd run every time they'd score. They'd run the fire truck.
The lights are going.
Yep.
So we are in an injury break right now. As the one defender again, I believe that he dove out, and I believe he has a shoulder. They're checking his shoulder, the upper arm area. While we have this time again, we love coming and doing these games, and the good thing for Chris Strawmeyer and myself is we walk in at 6:40. We do a little prep during the week, but we walk in at 6:40, get to talk, get to go. While Mr. Sipes, who runs Mountain Lion Television, and his student crew put this together. They're out here early. They're checking, making sure everything's up and running. They have all their cameras, all their graphics, and everything they need. And these games are all brought to you on MLTV Live station on YouTube. You can go back and watch them at any time. It's great because now you have something that, we were just talking about the 1997 season. A few people might have a videotape that's fuzzy or blurred, but not like you have things now with the internet, and the game's preserved pretty much
really
forever.
Neat. Right, that's kind of neat that way. I guarantee there's no film from when I played anywhere. I don't know where that would be in the mid 80s, but we definitely, it was a different time. It was a different sport in some respects, but one thing that was the same is we ran the wishbone and never threw the ball too. So that's very similar to the way the Mountain Lions play now.
Well, on that second
we're bringing
drive,
the stretcher out, huh?
On that second drive, the Mountain Lions threw a trick play. Not only just threw the ball, but threw a trick play on a double reverse pass back to the quarterback, and Steiny made a great cutback too, because he would have got 10, 15, 20 yards, but then he would have been tackled about the 30. He cut back against all traffic, almost like you see a surfer cutting back through, and he went into the green, and he got caught from behind from somebody else, but he got down to the 5-yard line, and then the next play, Alice Yokes, 5 yards up the middle, Mountain Lions out in front 13-0, 5:33.
And he was behind the defense too. There was nobody there, and the ball was underthrown, and Steiny, who is not a receiver but is a good athlete, came back to the ball, and that's why he had to make that cutback. So
he is a baseball player and plays a lot of different positions, shortstop, and he can adjust on the fly to different things. That's what makes him a very good athlete, and he can run. We saw that earlier. He can throw the ball. The one other pass that the Mountain Lions threw on that sweep to the left, here's a right-handed quarterback going the wrong way, able to turn his shoulders and hit Dokes in the chest. So Dokes could pick up a 25-yard pass completion, and then the 35 just marched right down the field. In Central Dauphin is they're sort of standing there just staring. But yes, we have the player down. We're going to try to get the number and name of the fellow. They are bringing out the stretcher. The stretcher is there. Well, after this quarter, I want to make a quick little announcement, and then we'll do more with it at the quarter break. We had a major event happen in Altoona athletics this week.
Yes.
And you were there, I believe.
I was there. I saw it firsthand. I was actually the PA announcer for that. And we're going to have a little ceremony, I think, at the quarter, right?
Yes.
So that'll be interesting.
So, stick around.
Stay tuned for that.
At the quarter break, we have a milestone that has never occurred in Altoona athletics from one of our fall athletes, and we'll introduce that athlete and the accomplishment here between the first and second quarter. other things, as I was talking about MLTV, I'd like to just talk about the students once more. They put on fantastic productions, and it's not just with football. They do broadcast daily in the building. They prepare, they write their own scripts, they do everything. They do copy. So Caleb Fries, Chris Fox, Mason Crownover, Brooke Thomas, Abby Hernkane, Mia Sassano, Sophia Caputo, and Emma Skelly put this production together to bring you the images and the graphics that you see here tonight.
Number 27 for Central Dauphin, Olawasi Oladipo. Looks like he had his arm all wrapped up, so your possible broken arm kind of situation. He looked in pain, that's for sure. When we initially saw him laying, he was kind of rolling around and looked in pain. And if he just pulled something, they're not taking him to the hospital. It looks like he's going to the hospital, and that's always like a bummer. I never had to do it, but I've been on trips away when you have one of your teammates goes to the hospital and you have to leave them there, and that's kind of a bummer.
So you're Central Dauphin, you get off the bus of a game you're heavily favored to win. You get punched, pushed back, scored on once, then scored on again, and then one of your seniors on the extra point, I believe what he laid out, and that's where the arm and everything had issues. I'm glad to see that he's up and alert and moving, even though he is being taken off by the stretcher. But what do you do as Central Dauphin? How do you regroup here, coming out of basically, if this is a title fight, you got punched in the face a couple times in the first 30 seconds. What are you going to do? Right.
I mean, that's where the coach is. It makes his hay right there. He comes in and he's got to sell to his guys that, hey, we're a good football team. What are you guys doing? What's going on out here? And they have to play with a little bit more emotion, smart emotion, because obviously they got a 15-yard penalty, that hurt the team on Altoona's last drive. So, we'll see how they react here. It should be interesting.
So as Harrington is getting ready to kick off, one of the other things, it's senior night for all the athletes, the band, the cheerleaders, you name it, but it's also elementary cheerleader night. So you have the elementary cheerleaders right now down on the track cheering along with the Altoona High cheerleaders. And once again, the Mountain Lions tackling is not the best, but Harrington saved the touchdown.
Pushing him out of bounds. Freewald was out there and kind of got him to the sideline.
Again, that was Zion Allen, and he looked like he was going to be tackled at the 20 and then again at the 30. The Mountain Lions are not wrapping up. They're more like looking to strip or push, and Allen made them pay, and he returned that from the 10 after the fumble all the way out to the 44 before he got pushed out of bounds or stepped out of bounds there.
And they were there to make the play, too.
Nobody's covering out here to the left. Mountain Lions have enough players. 3, 6. Yes, but they're one guy short over here. They're 2 for 3. So Central Dauphin, I'm sure, sees it. And here's a quick pass. Boom. It's a quick slant to number 7, who I believe that was Rudy again. And he's going to pick up 12 yards. The Mountain Lion safety is playing 14, 15 yards off, and Rudy just picks up a quick take. And when they had the 3 on the one side, Altoona was only covering 2.
And a lot of times they have that hang linebacker out there to come and cover somebody, but they didn't have him there.
So that was Rudy again.
The play they run all the time, that jet sweep.
The Mountain Lions are going to stop it for like a 10-yard gain. Who was that? Allen again? Is that number 1?
That was Chase, David Chase.
With the tackle.
Number 3, David Chase. Manny Miller made that tackle 10 yards down the field.
Game 9.
Quarterback draw.
And he'll pick up the first down.
Max Mosey.
So it was second and short, but Mosey ran it up the middle, and I'm going to give him about 4, and it's at the Mountain Line 32 already, so that was quick.
The officials, what are they doing? What's going on here?
I don't know. The Mountain Lions are in a 3 deep coverage. And again, they have 2 receivers out here for 1 man covering. Somebody's got to roll. And now the clock is running.
See, I don't understand why they do that. Now, I mean, they're not going to do it, but they could run 40 seconds off right here. The 40-second clock should start
right away.
Right away, right? Exactly. But they do that. It should go to 25.
Here's a reverse. Mountain Lions a little out of position.
No, fake reverse.
It was a fake reverse. Wow. See, we're getting the faked out all over the place.
Number 1 on the carry.
So Allen goes from the 32 down to the 4, so a gain of 28. I was actually watching him and the receiver going the other way. I thought he pitched the ball.
Yeah, so did I.
Gain of 28 on the play.
Mosey's going to keep it and go into the end zone. So Central Dauphin answers very quickly. And a 4-yard touchdown run by Mosey. So more scoring than we're used to seeing in a 3-minute, 3 minutes to go in the first period. And we have a Mountain Lion down. And that's in the position.
I can't see who it is.
Well, it's outside linebacker area, so isn't that usually where Straub is? So who's covering Straub's position tonight? Because Manny Miller is over here. He's a left defensive end. And who's been lining up back behind there? I'm trying to count the guys on this side of the.
Braun Mosley's out too, so they have a couple backup linebackers in there.
So we're having multiple injuries, and it's been a quick quarter, but it's also been a long one due to some of these timeouts. And if needed, there's only one ambulance here. So they're not here right now because they're already taking the Central Dauphin player over. And it looks like we're going to try to sit up. Now the docs and the trainers are all working. As soon as we get the number, we will let you know who was injured on the play.
So right there's, if you're Central Dauphin, that's your answer back, right? You go right down the field and score on the Mountain Lions.
Yes. Now the thing is, you need to come up with a stop on defense.
Right.
And the Mountain Lions had 2 great opening drives, but I don't think they want to get into a track meet.
Right. Exactly. They don't. And we mentioned Central Dauphin can score. That's Tyson Reed.
So it's the Mountain Lion cornerback over there. And we'll watch this, for the extent of the injury. He's been a very big play in this first quarter. He had a 76-yard touchdown run, and he had a 35-yard double reverse pass to Steinbugle.
He's coming off gingerly, so who knows? Can't speculate here at this point, but.
And that was Max Mosey on the 4-yard run, and we're now seeing the extra point attempt. And there's a penalty up front. I don't know if Mountain Lions moved. If it was on the Mountain Lions, are they bringing back out their offense? So are they going to try to make it 13-8?
I guess.
The kicker left the field. So Central Dauphin is going to line up basically at the 1-yard line and go for a 2-point attempt. Then the Mountain Lions are still lined up like it's an extra point. It's just a straight up the middle, and outnumber them, and there's the 2-point conversion. Again, that one's by Mosey.
Two-point conversion by Max Mosey.
They just ran straight ahead. Quarterback right up the middle. I'm trying to see. I mean, that is most of their first-team offensive players out there. So,
well, they just brought in the kicker and they took off a couple. They took off the kicker or the quarterback and 2 receivers. So when they decided that they were going to go for it, they just switched those 2 out, and
the Mountain Lions had pretty much had their first-team defense out there in field goal block. So.
Thank you for your dedication.
13-8 doesn't really do much, but who knows? It could come down to something at the end.
So you're up 2 touchdowns to 1, but right now you're leading basically by less than a touchdown.
Right.
So that offsides penalty or encroachment was a big call against the Mountain Lion defense, which gave Central Mountain the thought, hey, I'm going to go for it. And they went for it, picked up an extra 2 points. Max Mosey up the middle. He had the initial score. And 13-8 to go, or 13-8's the score with 3:34 to go in the first quarter. Again, this game is brought to you on MLTV Live on YouTube. Just go to the MLTV Live station and channel. And there's a little pooch kick. And the Mountain Lions pick it up and start to run and get out to about the 36. Instead of just falling on the ball, I believe that was number 9, which was Ethan Howman, who got the ball and just went straight upfield and got as much yardage as he could. So, believe it or not, the Mountain Lions have their best starting position of the night at the 37.
Interesting, because their kicker has a good leg and just kicked the ball right into the end zone earlier, and I don't know why you would do that, but whatever. I mean,
it's a night of what ifs. Shake your head. But right now the Mountain Lions have the lead. We have an open offense. We have twins both way. Yost is next to Steinbugle. Steinbugle is going to look for a pass or a quick screen, and Yost drops the ball.
Every pass brings up second down.
Good pass by Steiny. It was right on him. Yost had a little bit of room. He could have picked up a good 5 or 6 or so, but
I think he would have picked up the first down.
Maybe more
from where
right.
he was.
So
he would have got about 10 before he met some resistance.
Dropped the ball, so 2nd and 10.
And it was a good setup. Remember, on a screen, you got to block 1001 and then let them go. You can't give them a free run. And one of those defensive linemen came straight on through. So the Mountain Lions rushed it a little, and Yost just wasn't ready to handle the ball when it came. That time it's a pitch, this time to Dokes. Dokes picks up, he made direct contact, and he's going to go for, what are we going to give him, 8? So it's going to be 2nd and 2, 3rd and 2.
Dokes had a head of steam on him and tried to deliver a blow there. Good for him. He's more of your speed type of guy typically, but he's trying to run with some power.
Well, and he's the one guy, though, that he won't, he doesn't mind the collision.
Right.
Even though he's known as a speed guy, he will take and give the hits. So 3rd and 2 here. You have an end-over formation, and you have Dokes in the gap. Dokes comes around behind. Yost gets the ball, goes through, picks up at least 3, if not 4, and a first down. So the Mountain Lions move it out to the 49-yard line. And this time when Yost got the chance, he put his shoulder down. He hit some resistance right at the yard marker, but he kept driving his legs, picked up another 2 yards in the first down.
And the Mountain Lions are doing a better job of not just pounding that middle necessarily. Without Stroup, they really have a feeling that, hey, we got to be a little more diversified on offense, and they are tonight. They really are. Steiny's doing a good job with his ball handling, too.
So an empty backfield. It was a fake, basically a swing pass to the left and a pass back to Dokes to the right. He's going to pick up 5 yards.
That's that smoke screen. Get the tackle out there. Connor Reimer comes out there, tries to get a hit on somebody, and Penn State runs that constantly. They run that play. And you get 5 out of it. You take 5 out of that. That's a safe pass. An easy completion typically, And if you can get a block or two and make a move, you can turn it into a big play. Mackay Flowers turned that into an 80-yard touchdown against us a few weeks back here.
Multiple times.
Wide
And there's
open.
a quick pass. And that was very good pitch and catch again to Dokes.
Andre Dokes.
He set up from the, what, 45? So is that a 15-yard?
Yeah, Central Dauphin's got to be like, who are these guys? We didn't see this on film. There's no way Mountain Lions have looked like this all year. It's pretty amazing. Last week they completed one pass for -1 yards in their 28-14 victory over Chambersburg. So definitely out of character for the Mountain Lions. But we said they probably feel like they have to do this. You're the underdog. You're out with, possibly one of your best players, probably one of your best players. And so you're trying to do something different here.
Steinbuchel was going to pass it. He pulls it down and runs, and boy, does he run. He gets all the way up to, I'm going to give him the 17, a gain of 13, as he gave one fake and nothing opened right away. So he saw a place to run, and he took off, and he picked up 13 yards, another first down. The Mountain Lions are in the red zone again. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's great. This offense, when it opens up a little bit, can do some things. There's some guys that can make some plays out there, and we're seeing it tonight.
So this should be the last play of the first quarter unless it's a pass. And I think, well, we're going to get a timeout. Mountain Lions are going to call a quick timeout with 21 seconds to go. Out in front 13-8. One of the other things that happens sometime in football is when your player that you've had all year, I mean, he leads the area in rushing, Ethan Straub, is out of the game. Everybody else sort of now steps up. They know they have to do a little bit more, and all of a sudden, everybody's making plays so far. You said last week there was one pass completion for -1 yard. So far early, we're in the first quarter still. 4 for 5 passing, 80 yards for the Mountain Lions.
Yeah, that's probably more than they've had. I mean, Steiny, he started every game and played almost the whole game. He's 30 of 65 on the year for 261 yards in 7 games. And they have 80 in the first quarter tonight. So that is like way out of character for them. And it's, I guarantee, a surprise to the Rams. Central Dauphin, there's no way they expected him to come out throwing the football like this. They're like, I'm going to pound the line of scrimmage. We're going to get guys up. We're going to stop that run. Mountain Lions are doing something a little different here.
And they're not stopping a run right now. Mountain Lions have 110 yards.
Right.
Now, granted, 76 on one play, but they're still picking up yardage, getting first downs, moving the chains, and again, they're inside the 20. So 21 seconds to go in the quarter. Mountain Lions coming out of the timeout. Drops back to pass, a throw, a jump ball to Dokes, and Dokes reaches back, and there's a penalty.
Pass interference.
Because the defender never looked back. So
the typical underthrown ball where he doesn't allow the receiver to get back because he didn't turn around and find the ball, and you're going to get a half the distance to the goal penalty here.
And an automatic first down.
Wish it was like the NFL where they could put it on the 1. And there's another example of just something that they probably didn't expect. They didn't expect the Mountain Lions to come out here and throw the ball into the end zone.
So the ball should go down to about the 8 or the 9 yard line. That's about where they put it.
Half the distance gives you first and goal.
So first and goal, they're going to set it on the 8, I believe. So the timeout was to try to set up. And again, if you have somebody the size of Andre Dokes, he's 6'1", but he can jump out of a building. And the cornerback on that side is probably one of the best players on their team. In Zion, he's only 5'10". So they tried to get the sort of almost an alley-oop to Dokes, but they got a penalty and a first down inside the 10. Ooh, and that's a roundabout spin reverse,
Spin reverse counter kind of play that
Jameer
looked good, but it didn't really go far.
Didn't go anywhere.
But Jameer Hardison has been injured for a lot of the year, and he's an athlete that the Mountain Lions are looking forward to getting back here.
And that was Hellman on the carry. Actually, if he would have taken that play and gone, he had a lot of green over here. when he cut back through, he cut into the defense. And great first quarter for the Mountain Lions, and we're going to stay with us here. We have one of our athletes, soccer player, Morgan Sarver, who became the first Altoona player in history, not just boys and girls, to score 100 goals in her career. And in a quad A or triple A program, the biggest schools, that is almost, you know, it is incredible. The Mountain Lion girls have been strong. But she has been a goal scorer in her 4 years here, and she not only broke the record, she hit the milestone of 100 career goals. So congratulations, Morgan Sarver.
Yeah, I was here the other night, and she had 4 goals in the first 30 minutes of the game, and then didn't play the rest of the game. They beat St. Mary's by a pretty good margin, like 12-0 or something like that. But you know what? Most of their games aren't like that.
No.
They really aren't. They play a good schedule, a solid schedule. They're 3-1 games, 4-1, and she has 2 of the 3 goals or 3 of the 4 goals. So she's a true striker and does a great job for that Lady Lion soccer team.
And this year there are, you know, they had 8 seniors. They're going to miss this group. They were the backbone that helped grow the program. And, you know, the Mountain Lions, I believe they're 12-4 right now. They've had a couple close losses. They lost to Bedford in a great game last week, who is unbeaten at this point of the year. So the Mountain Lions are looking to go. They will play anybody anytime. Pitch to Yost. He makes a cut back, and wow. He made one guy miss who came off the side, and then instead of continuing outside, he cut back and went straight through for another touchdown.
And number 9, Darian Thomas, was in the backfield, the defensive end there, and he couldn't get Yost down. Yost sidestepped him, cut that inside, and then you were just hoping he wouldn't even get tackled for a loss, let alone go all the way into the end zone. Great run by Alex Yost.
So Yost now has 22 carries, 2 touchdowns on 4. Or 22 yards on 4 carries and 2 touchdowns. So he's filling in and doing what he needs to do. And the Mountain Lions 20-8 at this point on the first play of the second quarter.
Yeah, if you'd have told me they're scoring 20 points in the first basically 12 minutes of the game, I'd have thought you were crazy. That's an amazing, amazing start for the Mountain Lions here. Hopefully they can keep it going. Get a stop or 2 on defense. That's, you know, they can't play with them. They can't, you know, it can't be a shootout, can it? Well, guess what? They're scoring. Now, Central Dauphin, they do give up 22 points a game, even though they've scored a lot, but they give up 22 points a game.
But if you look at the 22 points a game, State College scored 14 in the last 3 minutes.
And that's what I was going to get
Somebody
to.
else, sorry.
Right, if there's blowouts, that's kind of misleading because it could be really the JV scoring right at the end. So, and I didn't really look and see who it was, but you said the State College game was that way, and I'll bet you the Chambersburg was that way too because they laid 50 on Chambersburg.
Right.
It was 50-21.
So, while we have a quick little break, you know, Chris and I have been doing this now together 2 years. I did Mountain Lion radio with Charlie Weston for about 22, 25 years. Before that, I actually did radio with Penn State football and a couple things with mainly wrestling more than football, but I did some stuff there. And I started in 8th grade doing broadcasting, and I always wanted to thank my mom and dad, and they're actually listening tonight from New Jersey. They're 85 and 82, and they got me started broadcasting, and I loved it. I almost went into a career of it. They said, you can do it at any time, just, you know, do something else and then do that part-time. So I always thank them for getting me started, and Jerry Fisher up at Penn State for giving me that advice. So Mountain Lions kick off. Again, Harrington kicks off, and again, it goes to Allen, and this time the Mountain Lions do a little better on the coverage and bring it out to the 29.
Yeah, a little better job of wrapping up there. George Jackson Shepard, Mason Walker on the tackle and actually wrapped the guy up. Imagine that. It does work, doesn't it, when you wrap the guy up.
And Chris has been doing this on and off with Doug Sipes for about, what, 8-10 years?
Yeah, I think we started like 03. McDowell. So that was 18 years ago.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Now, we only did a game or 2 a year back then, and it used to be on the Access channel. It wasn't on.
Correct. But now we bring you every home game. And there's that little same sort of reverse thing that the Mountain Lions tried. This time, Number 3, David Chase, does that, goes around behind, and then goes straight up the middle, and he's going to get almost 8 or 9 yards. So the key tonight is which defense is going to step up and stop. The Mountain Lions have 1 stop so far. Central Dauphin has not stopped the Mountain Lions. Again, you got 3 receivers out here and only 2 coverage. If you have nobody on that backside, that free safety needs to come over and cover. And there it is, number 7.
The quarterback is just going to pick. Am I going to throw the slant or am I going to throw? They run a go on the outside. They leave the middle guy back for a screen, and they just run the inside guy on that slant. And the quarterback can pick whoever's open. When you only have 2 to cover 3, somebody's open, right? You don't have to be a math guy to know that, right?
Usually. It's just a game of numbers. That safety has got to roll to that trip side because here's the same formation, and he's just going to look to pick.
Yep, he just dishes it out there to Selby.
Drew Selby, number 4, the reception.
And just Mountain Lions are playing with that cushion like they always do. Try to do that bend but don't break philosophy. Keep everything in front of you, tackle, and try to stop them down in the red zone. That's kind of their philosophy, but kind of drives like the fans crazy sometimes when they play that big cushion.
So this time the Mountain Lions now are rolling over the corner a little. Here comes Allen across. Usually when he comes across, he gets it. But no, there's a fumble. Mountain Lions get in there, break it up, but I don't think they got it as actually one of the linemen.
Number 64, Carson Cassell. Maybe Cassell. I was on that recovery for Central Dauphin, but yeah, blew that play up. Gives them a 3rd and about 5 here.
Yeah, because you had a 9-yard gain and then a 4-yard loss. And here's a quick pass out to the side and juggled, and I don't think he's going to get it. He got knocked out of bounds short of the first down. He's only going to gain, I think, 3 yards. Is it going to be 4th and 2 or 4th and 1?
4th and 1. Long one. Like 1 and.
So they gave him 4.
Quarterback draw again.
I don't think it's a draw. I think they're just going to run it straight up the gut.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you're in the shotgun, so it's not really a sneak.
And the Mountain Lions jump.
Yep.
They went on 2.
So that gives them a 1st down.
Yeah, but
Encroachment defense. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
Central Dauphin just walked somebody on and he didn't come past the 40. Mountain Lions saw and moved out. But they took the tight end out and just walked. Is that Shelby Juice out there?
Yeah, must be.
Yep, number 4.
Yeah.
And they just sort of tried to set him right there, but Mountain Lion cornerback
Betwee's out there.
picked that up. There's just a swing pass. This time, I believe, is that number 8? That's a name we haven't
8 or
said
9.
yet.
Darian Thomas.
9.
Pulled down by number 50, Manny Miller.
Manny Miller was out there on that
Gain of 8.
on that swing pass. It was well blocked. I'm surprised it only went for 8, actually. Manny did a good job tracking him down.
The quarterback's 6 for 7, but he's just picking apart the defense. Oh, a run. This time it's number 5, Terrell English. And I think he's going to get just enough to get the 1st down. He needed 2. Mountain Lions looked to bottle him up, but he broke free a little at the end, and they're giving him the 1st down.
You know, English, he's their leading rusher. 90 carries for 446 yards and 7 touchdowns, and we have hardly seen him at all tonight. It's amazing. But, you know, Coach McNamee feels that, hey, we can just pick them apart through the air with these short passes. And they're, you know, moving the ball well.
Here comes Allen. Fake handoff given to English again, and English is wrapped up in the backfield, as I don't know if anybody blocked for Central Dauphin, as the entire defensive front was on English for a 3-yard loss.
We might call that a plethora of Mountain Lions.
How about a pride?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just trying to use my
Brian Yingling. Brando Chandler on the
literary.
See if they can take advantage of this, get them behind the chains here and make a big play.
Oh, there's the fake. And then they use that for the outside blocker. There's a pass over the middle. And not only is that going to be 13, it's going to be another 7 or 8 on top of it.
Randy Rudy.
Randy Rudy, number 7 on the reception.
So he's going to get
Andre
22.
Jones, Mason Walk on the tackle.
That's his 4th catch for 52
22
yards.
yard completion.
And Central Dauphin walking it right down. Altoona out in front 20-8. This has been a track meet. The defensive have trouble stopping. Mountain Lions have 1 stop and that's it. And they're on that reverse chase, gets the handoff.
5, Andre Jones.
Well, we'll give him 2 yards, 3 yards.
And they just
down to the
they
6.
run that jet sweep all the time. That's a big part of their offense, and they fake it sometimes, but they actually give it more than anybody any other team I've ever seen. I remember, the last couple years too, watching these guys do that. I watched the game on YouTube last year. I remember in COVID times, they were away, Mountain Lions were away, and then 2 years ago when they played here, I remember the same thing. They just run that jet sweep all the time. And they use it just as one of their running plays, basically.
Well, the Mountain Lions, I believe they called the timeout, correct?
I think so, yeah.
That's the first time tonight we've seen Central Dauphin come out in a end-over position. Or they're basically, on the one side of the line, they have a center, guard, and a tight end. On the other side of the line, they have a center, guard, tackle, tight end. So they were way overloaded to the left. And they had all their receivers to the left, 1 running back, that English was to the right. Usually what happens in that formation, they just go student body left, give it to English, and he's got everybody out there.
Right. That's the whole student body's blocking.
And that's something that
The Mountain Lions are on the road next week when they
Eric
join
Weaver
the
used to love when he
Carlisle
played
to play
here 25
Carlisle
years
High
ago,
School.
because
Kickoff
Ed
at
Dalton would run that play
7
20
o'clock.
times in a row. He always says, we're running it until they stop it. I was just given some information. Our Mountain Lion students tonight, I had a couple names off, so I apologize for that. But we've got Caleb Freeze, Noah Freeze, Chris Fox, Jaden Gutshaw, Tessa Wise, Ben Shank, Avery Birchfield, and Rebecca Holliday. They are the students with us tonight. We always have so many that switch and go. I apologize, I read some of the wrong names. But those 8 people here tonight are bringing you all the action, all the video that you see before you. And it's some great work.
A little stack out to the left there.
Well, they're trying to pull out a couple of receivers, and then they still have this end-over position. And why isn't the clock started yet? Oh, there's the clock. Now one of the receivers runs in tight, and now we have a penalty. I'm assuming by how it was thrown, it's going to be on the offense. No, it's on the defense, at least by the clapping from Central Dauphin.
Were they barking out signals or something?
No,
That's weird.
let's count the men.
Illegal substitution. 12 men on defense.
Yep. And nobody wants to
They
leave.
have 12 after a timeout. That's
After this,
amazing, actually.
Still second down.
They still have 12.
Logan Klein comes out of the game, number 70.
And now we'll take it up to the 3-yard line. Still 7:19 second quarter. Mountain Lions out in front, 20-8. We have a long halftime tonight with senior night for band and cheerleaders. We did the football pregame. There's a motion man, comes across, and Mosey just takes it again. He looks for a hole and drives forward, and they are not giving him the touchdown. They are saying he was tackled at about the 1-foot line, so officially he gets 2 yards, and it's 2nd and goal.
Initial hit by Manny Miller and Andre Doak.
Or 3rd, I'm sorry.
Now we need like a snap over his head or something. And he's in.
And Mosey just goes for the 1-yard touchdown. But to me, one of the things is, why are you going to a shotgun when you're about 6 inches away and you snap the ball back to the 6?
I know. Penn State did that for years, and everybody complained. Now they go under center and do certain things, but
Or they go that wildcat with the tight end.
right. I haven't noticed. Do they go under center at all, Central Dauphin? I haven't really seen them.
I don't. Yeah.
They might be 100% shotgun, and that's what they do, I guess. If you don't practice that snap all the time, I guess you don't feel comfortable doing it. Mountain Lions jump again.
Oh, you're Central Dauphin. You go for 2 again.
Kicker's like, come on, man. I want an extra point here.
Encroachment, defense, captains to the goal.
They keep doing this. Eventually, they can have one less touchdown and still tie
win
it
the
up
game.
and win the game. Yeah. And you know what it's going to be.
Mosey's just going to take it
Yep.
and run.
Right? Why? Nobody there.
Point conversion. That's Mosey.
And we're getting a penalty on Central Dauphin. Another one.
Or 2 or 3. Now, is that going to be possibly an ejection? And then, do we have an injury?
He drove the guy 8 yards deep and just laid on him.
So will that go? Well, it's going to be on the kickoff, so it's
Yeah,
going to move
it's
it back to the
after.
25.
After the play.
Please direct your attention to the scoreboard. The Friends of Devon would greatly appreciate your support.
Officials not too happy that the Mountain Lions decide to.
Dead ball. Offsetting personal fouls.
Offsetting.
54 red, 5 white. They offset. Kickoff.
Please direct your attention.
I'm glad they
to
didn't
the
say
scoreboard. The
ejection,
Friends of
because
Devon would greatly appreciate
Mountain
your
Lions
support
would have
to
been
raise
more
money
hurt
for the
than Central
purchase of
Dauphin
a
with
wrestling
those
match
2
to
players.
memorialize the life of Devon Fearshing and his love of wrestling. Donations can be made directly through the GoFundMe page or at one of the tables located near the stadium exits.
So the Mountain Lions will get set to take the kickoff. Dokes and Yost are deep. In the first kickoff, Central Dauphin kicked into the end zone. Last one, they pooched it about 25, 30 yards to Ethan Howman. So we'll see. He's lined up. The ball's got a real big curve away from us, so I'm thinking it might be another sort of pooch. But let's see what happens as people start to run and move. And it is just kicked line drive deep and takes 1, 2, 3 bounces into the end zone and out of the end zone. So the Mountain Lions will again start on their own 20. First series when they start on their own 20 was positive. Well, all series have been positive. Mountain Lions have every drive have taken it and driven the entire field and scored. So 6:51. I'd like to see a nice long, about a 6-minute and 50-second drive and put it into the end zone.
See what else they have in their bag of tricks here. They've run some plays that are trick plays, some out-of-character passing from the Mountain Lions.
But Yost has been effective running the ball.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you start to pound Yost and see if he can carry the team some? And as I say it, there's a pass, the same pass to Yost in the flats, and again, he couldn't come up with it. So it's now going to be 2nd and 10. That's the same pass that was open on the last drive, the first play.
I think there's a flag somewhere.
And they're talking about something.
Roughing the passer.
Oh,
15-yard penalty.
That's big.
Automatic first down.
I didn't really see the end of that play.
no, we both looked out at Yost.
Right?
Loose ball. 15.
15.
Okay, the officials were making sure it was a 15-yard penalty for roughing the passers, and it will move back to the 35. So the incomplete actually does not count because of the penalty. And the Mountain Lions move the ball a little bit again. We still have Tyson Reed down on the bench here being looked at. I think somebody took his helmet so to make sure he doesn't go anywhere near the game.
Yeah, he's sitting without a helmet, so he's probably not coming back. That's what it looks like.
And
Pitch.
And Dokes has some yardage, and he's going to get all the way out to,
Number 5
I think, the
Andre
45. They're going to put it right on the 45 for a 20-yard gain for Dokes.
Yep. He
Joe Mateo, number 18
put his
on
head
the
down,
top.
tried to run somebody over, and ended up plowing into Jameer Hardison, his teammate down here. But
Gain of 20
another
yards.
great play. Waiting to the last minute, Steinbugle pitched the ball. Just the way this is supposed to be run, and we haven't seen it really run like this, to be honest with you. And when you have a guy like Straub who's so good, you just kind of give it to him more than maybe you should. That's probably part of the problem.
And Steinbugle pulled it down. He had some yardage, but number 8 came up from behind. So Steiny's only going to get 1 yard.
On the top of 8 is
But,
Steinbugle.
you know, he's looking for that first read. If it's not there, he's going to take the alleys. And it's been profitable for him tonight. There, he's only able to pick up 1 yard, but still a positive gain. You'd like a little bit more.
Yeah, Thomas closed quickly on that and grabbed a hold of his ankles there because there was some room, you're right, to make a play there. So 5:45 and running here in the second quarter.
And there's a handoff to Yost. He's going to go another 3. So it's going to be a 3rd and 6. I have a feeling that we are in 4-down territory down here with 5:28 to go. You know, another thing we have not brought up tonight, the Mountain Lions didn't have school today because of parent conferences at the secondary level. So this is the first time this year the Mountain Lions are playing a game on a day that they didn't have school. And I know in the past that had been problems because you usually go through a routine on game day, and a day off of school really throws or changes that up. Steinbugle this time rolls right. He looks to pass deep. There's Dokes right in Dokes' hands. And on 3rd and 4, the Mountain Lions are going to pick up a big gain from the 42 all the way down to the 17. So a 25-yard gain to Dokes. And the Mountain Lions once again are inside the red zone.
Andre Dokes, have a game, young fella. He's running the ball well. He's catching the ball well.
You know, the only 2 drop passes or incompletes really are the 2 passes and the screens to Yost.
And 1 didn't count.
Right. And the other ones here.
This was a penalty, so.
Steiny has been on target with every pass.
He has, yes. He's playing well right now.
So 4:40 to go in the first half. Mountain Lions up by 4. That one, I believe, did go to Yost up the middle. We have to always check that. And he's going to pick up probably, we're going to give him 3 or 2. And they have
I think they have. Yeah, I think it's 2. I think the first down marker's at about the 7, close to the 7. So to be second and about 8 here, and
so again, you start to worry: are they scoring too fast? But again, I guess if you keep scoring, you're going to put some distance up there. But we're scoring 7 and they're scoring 8. And there's a penalty. Either we weren't set. I didn't see anybody move from Central Dauphin, so I think the ball's going to move. Oh.
Mountain Lions called a timeout.
And that's their last timeout, I believe.
Yeah. I didn't catch that here until the last minute here. So 3:54 left in the half. Mountain Lions are trying to get in the end zone for the 4th time in the first half. That's amazing to say. 3 touchdowns, 1 missed extra point gives them 20, and 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions after the Mountain Lions jumped gives Central Dauphin 16. So it's 20-16 right now. Strange kind of game in many, many ways. And you're talking about a team we talked about. They have a very good kicker. They just don't use them. They go for 2 because we jump and give them a yard and a half to go for an extra point.
All right, so
basically.
We want to score the touchdown, obviously. But we're in the red zone, which means you're inside Palilla's range. You're up 4. If it's 4th and what, are you going to try to kick the field goal to take a 7-point lead?
4th and 5 or more.
Okay.
I'd say, or 4 or more maybe, something like that. If it's 4th and like 3, maybe you go for it. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely in his range. His long on the year is, he's only made I think he made a real short one and a 23-yarder.
But I think he hit a couple 38s or 35s last year.
Yeah, I think inside 40, it's not bad for him.
So Steinbugle makes the turn and gets 2 yards. Something was wrong.
They come out of the time. Every time they come out of the timeout.
He turned left, and the running back went behind him. And then he took it. So I don't know if it was supposed to be a fake or
Yeah, it's
something along that line.
Something
But again,
was
a
wrong.
little bit of mix-up coming out, and now we have that 3rd and 6. Now the Mountain Lions are stuffing everything together. You got a double tight double wing and a pitch that hit the ground, bounced right up to Dokes. He dives once, twice, and into the end zone.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
gracious.
gosh, that was incredible.
5, Andre
Third
Dokes.
and 6 on the 13.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wow. He short hop caught it. Didn't miss a beat. Dodged the defender, cut inside,
And dove.
and dove into the end zone for a 13-yard touchdown run. Oh my goodness gracious.
This is a dream offensive first half for the Mountain Lions, as it's 26-16. Again, the only thing is they're giving Central Dauphin 3 minutes left to come back. And Palila's kick is once again good.
And the kick is good.
Wow, I really, and if you know me, I'm not speechless often, but I don't know what to say right now as the Mountain Lion offense is just clicking and doing what they want with a very strong and very good Central Dauphin team.
Right? I mean, this is the way the offense is supposed to work. I mean, you know, when you can not be so predictable and just if the only thing you can do is that first read, you know, you're predictable. Now Steiny comes out, he pulls the ball out of Yo's belly. He's pitching. He's waiting to the last minute. We catch a little break there. That was very fortunate. That ball could have bounced any which way and been a turnover. But nonetheless, other than that, and then you mix in the fact that he can make a pass or two. Now all of a sudden you're a balanced offense. You know, the defense can't just key on one thing. It's very difficult to stop a team who's balanced and executes, and we're seeing that right now in the first half.
The Mountain Lions have had 4 offensive drives and 4 touchdowns. Harrington, you know, he's getting a workout tonight kicking off. It's his 4th time kicking off, and the Mountain Lions will kick off to start the second half, the Central Dauphin. So Harrington's kick, sidewinder, and mishandled again down at the 5 or 6. But again, Williams picks it up, has a hole. He jumps up, plays around a little, and then gets brought down at the 21. So good coverage there. And the difference, the way Harrington kicks, it's almost like a flying saucer spinning sideways than a normal kick that rotates over top of itself.
And we've seen Zion Allen bobble a couple of those, so it must be difficult to catch. I don't know.
So 3:02 to go first half. Mountain Lions out in front by 11 right now. CD will start, CD will start on their own 22. Pass over the middle, and Dokes cuts in front of the offensive player. That was
Darian Thomas, number 9.
Number 9.
He was kind of open. Dokes was kind of there in his pocket a little bit, but
Dokes was not covering him. He was covering one of the outside guys. He reacted to the ball, and with his speed, he cut in front and didn't interfere with him and knocked the ball away. So 2nd and 10, good play, Andre Dokes, and the Mountain Lions stop them and see if they can put one more on before half. So Mosey quickly throws to the outside and short hops the defender.
Juice was out there.
For number 4, Juice Selby.
And those are the passes that Mosey's been completing all night, and that's what makes them tough. Now it's 3rd and long. Look at the Mountain Lions here. What if they get the ball back?
That's what I just said. Can they put another one on?
Oh, my goodness. Now you got to come up with you got to get off the field on 3rd down. These kinds of plays are very, very critical, and you have to keep everything in front of you and tackle in front of you. Don't let
So the
anybody
first
get behind
receiver off the line of scrimmage has the most space. And they're going to hold it, and they're going to throw deep, and they hit.
Yep.
Boom, and there's a penalty. Allen makes the catch. He's going to get all the way to the 30, so it's a 50-yard gain. But what's the flag thrown from behind?
This is probably a sideline warning or something. I bet the official ran into somebody on the Mountain Lion bench over here. Yeah, what do you, like, there's a flag down. You have to stop. You can't just keep playing, guys.
So that's a 50-yard pass on 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what I meant by can't give up that big play.
Sideline warning.
And that was Allen, correct?
Yeah.
That's his first catch, 1 for 50. So basically the referee tripped, so he threw a flag.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he did trip on anyone. And if you look at sidelines, there's always that yard in between that you are not supposed to stand, but usually most of the coaches stand in that zone. And there I actually think that was some of the staff that was not coaches.
No,
and
that
here
one's
comes another
coming back.
penalty.
There's a flag on the play.
That one's coming back. That's a push in the back. But it's another one of those that's downfield a little bit, so it's not going to be it's going to end up being a couple-yard penalty.
Yeah, so instead of being
Flight number 64.
1st and 10,
10-yard
it's
penalty.
going
It's a hold.
but it still goes from the spot. So it's going to be 1st and 13, but that's better than a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Correct.
It's a 10-yard penalty, plus they lost 5 on the run. And the clock is down to 2:21. Central Dauphin has all timeouts. They have trips to the left. And Mosey just runs out, throws the ball in the same spot he has all night long. But it is played pretty well that they will only pick up, we're going to give them 6.
And they stopped the clock. I thought he was tackled inbounds.
Nah, he was tackled out.
It's hard to see.
Well, I
from
thought
here.
he got pushed. I know the follow-through was.
Right.
And that,
Like he went out of bounds, but I thought maybe his like they would call forward progress, but we can't really see from over here. So it was clear on the other side of the field.
132 yards passing right now on 9 for 12 for Mosey. And he has the 2 touchdowns on runs and the 2 extra points. And that time he runs and he's going right up the middle. So the quarterbacks are doing it all tonight as he goes from the 27, and there's something in the backfield, and they're not going to throw a penalty flag.
It's once again they're blocking for a long time, and that's
behind the line of scrimmage.
That's Elijah Hauser, and that's the second or third time I've seen him driven way back and somebody laying on him.
So that's a gain of 10 for Mosey. Trips right this time, and that's a handoff right up the middle to English, and he'll bring it down to the 11, so a gain of 6.
Gain of 6.
2:07 to go. 2nd and 4 for Central Dauphin. They're down 11 right now, 27-16. And Mosey's just going to run. He gets to the outside, gets stopped, sidesteps one guy, caught from behind. I believe that's Connor Reimer. He'll make the tackle down at the 5, so that's another gain of 6.
Gain of 5.
And 1st and goal at the 5. Double tight ends this time. They bring in, they don't bring in another guy. They just move English to the tight end spot. So let's watch there, see what happens. You got a wing next to him, and Mosey's just going to run straight up the middle. 5-yard touchdown. Mosey hits his 3rd. Now the Mountain Lions have 126. No timeouts. Can they put something back on the board? But this quarter's all been about Mosey. The kicker's running out saying, please don't jump, please don't jump. I want to
let me kick.
Let me kick the ball.
Let me kick the darn ball. He makes this 50 points in the first half between the two teams. Who would have thunk that?
And he gets his kick off.
And
it is good.
So
it is now 27-23 in the first half. Mountain Lions out in front. There's a minute 26 to go.
Now the Mountain Lions do not have any timeouts, so this could be, now Central Dauphin gets the ball to start the second half, so this is kind of where Central Dauphin can make up that, difference here.
Right.
They get the back-to-back scores in a game that we've seen one punch so far. That was it. The Mountain Lions stopped Central Dauphin on their first series, had them punt. The Mountain Lions have not punted yet. 1 punt so far in the entire first half. And if you like offense, this is your game tonight.
Well, we knew the Mountain Lions would have some trouble with them on defense, but we've been doing more arm tackling or trying for arm tackling or stripping the ball, where when you have the chance to tackle somebody, you've got to hit them and tackle them. Wrap up, drive through. And that's one of the basics that have been lost in the last couple of years, because you watch on college and pro, and what do? They hold up the running back and they strip them or try to strip them. So Central Dauphin is prepared to kick. I'm assuming it's going to go deep. And this one is deep, and Yost just lets it go into the end zone. Since we've been having some extracurriculars, I looked back quickly to see if there was any. and there was a block and somebody knocked to the ground, but nobody stood around or nobody jumped on top. So Mountain Lions take over on a 20 with 126. Right now, about the only thing that can stop them tonight has been maybe time. Because the first 4 drives have basically been perfection for the Mountain Lions, as they've been able to get downfield, get in the red zone and score, or Tyson Reed's original run that just went forever. 76 yards on a perfect, option pitch.
And you don't want to do anything silly here. If you break a play, then maybe you get going. And there we go.
And Yost breaks a big one. And he goes 19 yards. So the Mountain Lions now are thinking again. So straight up the middle, all of a sudden Yost goes 19 yards. And the Mountain Lions, with 117 and rolling, come up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to look and set. They're coming under center. And it's going to come around, option pitch to Dokes. And Dokes is going to get to the outside and get out of bounds after another first down. So all of a sudden, you still have a minute to go in the first half. The Mountain Lions move from the 20 to the 39, all the way down to the 47.
Yeah.
14.
So a gain of 14 after where the ball's set. The Mountain Lions are in business. The clock should stay stopped because Dokes ran out of bounds. Trips to the right, tight end to the right, Yost to the right. We think it's going right. Oh, Steiny rolls right, looks deep, throws off into the flat this time. That is Yost again, I believe, and he makes the catch. This time he's going to go for, what are we going to give him, down to the 42 for 5 yards?
He turned it inside. I like seeing him turn it towards the boundary to get out of bounds. But there's still plenty of time, 42 seconds and counting.
And movement up front. They're probably going to call it on the Mountain Lions center.
No, he spiked it.
Oh, we spiked it. Okay, never mind then.
But it was weird. Again, almost all these snaps are so strange sometimes for them. It's like they're out of rhythm or something, but they didn't call a penalty on it, so.
So third down and 5. 37 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
I'm not sure why you spike it there, to be honest with you. You were up, you were ready. But, they can take their time and huddle now.
Howman to the right, trips to the left. Rush coming through. Steiny just waits a second. Something opens up over the middle, and the ball's dropped by Howman. It was a good pass. It was a little behind him, but it was in the hands. They would have been down to about the 30 and probably got the clock stopped. So 32 seconds, fourth down.
And they're going to punt the ball here.
Ooh. Okay. So the Mountain Lions want to take the lead going in. They don't want to. Central Dauphin still has their 3 timeouts. If they would go for it here on fourth and not get it, Central Dauphin would basically be at midfield with 3 timeouts.
And I don't even care. I'd kick it out of bounds. I don't even kick it to let them return this.
Is that Williams back there or Allen back there again?
I think so.
And again, new kicker. This is Harrington. And
yeah, it's number 1.
CD came hard. Mountain Lions are going to try to get it, but it rolls into the end zone. So nice 42-yard kick. Harrington got the ball off in some traffic. It'll come out to the 20 with 25 seconds.
And that's just as good, just kicking it out of bounds. You don't want a punt return right here with 20 seconds left in the half.
And that quick spike on second down, you said they had everybody up there. They were ready. They could have ran a play. They basically took a play out of their hand.
Right, exactly. I mean, you know, and Steinbugle, we got to remember, it's still his 8th game of his life. I mean, you know what I mean? He played in junior high, but he didn't play last year. He's come back, and so sometimes you do that conservatively, I guess, and that's what they decided. But they were there, and they could have just ran a play.
So Rudy to the right, Twins to the left. Mosey's walking around a little bit. 25 seconds, 80 yards to go. Mosey's going to just pull the ball down and run, and he's going to get sacked. He's going to get tackled in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss.
And they're not going to call a timeout, I doubt.
They're just going to let the clock run out.
Because they know they get the ball to start the half. Start the second half. They can take the lead.
So Central Dauphin came back, scored a touchdown quickly just before half, and they will have the chance to take the lead coming in the third quarter. So at half, the Altoona Mountain Lions out in front of the Central Dauphin Rams, 27-23. It's been a big stat half. Yost has 46 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Dokes has 55 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Steinbugle has had some sprinkled in runs for some big first downs, but passing the ball, the Mountain Lions have passed the ball 9 times at this point. They are 6 for 9, and if I can figure this out correctly, they are over 100 yards in the first half, 103. So the Mountain Lions have a total of about 250 yards. Central Dauphin's not far behind. Their quarterback, Mosey, is 3 touchdowns on the ground, 2 extra points running, and he's made some big pass plays. So we're at halftime. It's senior night. It's going to be a little longer of a halftime. It's going to be 20 minutes. And for Jim Abbott, Chris Strawmeyer, and the rest of the Mountain Lion TV crew, we're going to leave things running during half. We'll see you back here for the second half in about 20 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the Altoona Area High School Marching Band under the direction of drum major Charlotte Boyle. The majorettes are led by Captain Carly Mann, assisted by co-captain Maddie Hughes. The stilts are led by Captain Ashley Smith, assisted by co-captain Gabby McClellan. The feature majorette is Emma Sheridan. Over the past year, many people stream movies and shows as we experience more time at home. This season, we will be highlighting some of the music from many of these popular movies and shows. Tonight's show features the music of the Lego Movie. We open with catchy songs. this time, we recognize this year's senior class who are performing for their final home football game. We congratulate all of these seniors on their hard work and dedication and wish them the best of luck through their senior year and into the future. As we introduce each senior, we ask that you please hold your applause until all of them have been recognized. From the Majorettes, Majorette Captain Carly Mann, escorted by her mother and father, Kathy and Keith Mann. Majorette Co-Captain Maddie Hughes, escorted by her mother and father, Dawn and Matt Hughes. Destiny Montgomery, escorted by her mother and father, Carrie Wheaton and Robert Montgomery. Izzy Nardelli, escorted by her mother and father, Kristen and Lou Nardelli. Lily Knopsker, escorted by her mother, Amanda Knopsker, and great-grandmother, Patricia Leisinger. From the Silk Captain Ashley Smith, escorted by her mother and father, Lori and Ken Smith. Silk Co-Captain Gabby McClellan, escorted by her father, Eric McClellan, and Aunt Angel Shannon. Elliot Auerbach, escorted by their mother and father, Julia and Dennis Auerbach. Piper Bastian, escorted by her mother and father, Carlin and Roger Bastian. Chevelle Curry, escorted by her mother and father, Kim and Frank Benton. Drum Major Charlotte Boyle, escorted by her mother and father, Heidi Mullendor and Roy Boyle. On flute, Savannah Blazer, escorted by her mother and father, Megan and Joshua Blazer. Sloan Kondo, escorted by her mother and father, Denise and Samuel Kondo. Cadence Kenny, escorted by her mother and stepfather, Brandy and Robert Keifer. Hannah Marquetta, escorted by her mother and mother's boyfriend, Wendy Knoll and Gavin Amick. Adriana McConnell, escorted by her grandmother, Beth Iyer, and Aunt Nicole Deschong. Ashley Vaughn, escorted by her mother and father, Yvonne and Danny Vaughn. On clarinet, Shayna Bice, escorted by a friend of the family, Heather Orberg. Grace Strayer, escorted by her mother and father, Angela and Richard Weber. On alto sax, Hunter Addy, escorted by his mother, Jacqueline Addy. Tyler Latin, escorted by his mother and stepfather, Kelly and Doug Sykes. Malachi Miller, escorted by his mother and father, Heather and Matt Miller. On tenor sax, Justin Fleck, escorted by his mother and father, Heather and John Fleck. Haley Frontino, escorted by her mother and father, Mary and Ed Frontino. Michael Pastor, escorted by his mother and father, Stacy Allman and Mike Pastor. Rich Wee, escorted by his father, Tony Wee. On trumpet, Lucas Caracciolo, escorted by his mother and father, Barb and Paul Caracciolo. Damian Kreider, escorted by his mother and father, Jen and Josh Kreider. Quinn Mosby, escorted by his mother and father, Dawn and Jeff Mosby.
I'll give you the money.
Amiradama Smith Banks, escorted by her mother and father, Destiny Gibson and Adam Banks.
Just show them your pass. You'll get It's not gonna get it.
On mellophone, Colin Conahay, escorted by his mother and father, Michelle and Brandon Conahay. On trombone, Dominic McMasters, escorted by his mother and father, Stephanie and Jason McMasters. On baritone, Andrew Baker, escorted by his mother and father, Kathy and Tim Baker. On sousaphone, Alexander Poole, escorted by his mother and father, Kathy and Lawrence Poole.
And then by me and you.
On percussion, Caden Clapper, escorted by his mother and father, Stephanie and Scott Clapper. Nate Empson, escorted by his mother, Katie Musatelli. Connor George, escorted by his mother and father, Tanya and Wayne George. Brendan Grimminger, escorted by his mother and father, Heather and Gary Grimminger. Micah Hoover, escorted by his mother and father, Beth and Ross Hoover. Casey Miller, escorted by her mother and father, Carol and Tony Miller. We would also, at this time, like to recognize the senior Lioneers. Emma Dietrich, escorted by her mother and father, Monica and Jeff Dietrich. Hannah Hatfield, escorted by her mother and father, Danielle and William Hatfield. Sierra Helsel, escorted by her mother and father, Jill and Jeff Helsel. Lily Humberton, escorted by her mother and father, Amy and Ryan Humberton. And Maddie Winters, escorted by her mother and father, Courtney and Eric Winters. Please join us in a round of applause for this year's senior class. Okay, band back to the field. We close tonight's halftime show with one more song from the Lego movie. This is Everything is Awesome. Marching Band. And now, on Altoona. Assistants are Kelly Myers and Anastasia Hall. Major Ed Advisor Kelly Detweiler. Silk Advisor Lisa Moore. Band Assistant Drew Yingling. Percussion Instructor Mike Baker. And Band Director Larry Detweiler.
Please direct your attention to the scoreboard. The Friends of Devon would greatly appreciate your support to raise money for the purchase of a wrestling mat to memorialize the life of Devon Fiershing and his love of wrestling. Donations can be made directly through the GoFundMe page or at one of the tables located near the stadium exits.
Welcome back to Mansion Park. I'm Jim Abbott and Chris Strohmeyer. We're here at the beginning of the second half. We got about 3 minutes to go before the Mountain Lions and the Central Dauphin Rams will come back out tonight. It has been an incredible first half. The Mountain Lions have come out and showed an offense. Brian Camberg, the assistant coach or offensive coordinator, has done a great job with play calling as Altoona has marched up and down the field. They did stop Central Dauphin on the first drive, but other than that, Central Dauphin has been able to move the ball. And we're sitting with Altoona leading 27-23 going into the second half. So we'll go through some of the scoring and some of the statistics, and then we'll move on to the second half. So Mountain Lions opening drive, second play of the game. Tyson Reed takes a reverse option pitch from the quarterback Steinbugle, goes 76 yards down the sideline for a touchdown, and the Mountain Lions jump out to a quick 7-0 lead with the Ian Palillo extra point after 15 seconds. Central Dauphin came out. They went ahead and gave up the ball on downs and punted. And the Mountain Lions, again, were off to the races as they had a nice reverse pass from Tyson Reed to the quarterback, Steinbugle, for 35 yards. Another pass from Steinbugle to Dokes for 25 yards. And then finally, Alex Yost, who is subbing for Ethan Straub, finished off the drive with a 5-yard touchdown. And this time the extra point was no good, and the Mountain Lions took a 13-0 lead in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. Central Dauphin came back and scored their first touchdown of the game on a 4-yard Max Mosey run. And then as they were lining up for the extra point, the Mountain Lions jumped on defense. It moved the ball to the 1, and Central Dauphin decided to go for 2. And again, Mosey took the ball straight up the middle, picked up the 2 points, and it was Altoona 13-8 at the end of the first quarter. Well, the Mountain Lions got the ball back. They went on another drive again. Steinbugle has put some pass plays together, a couple runs, and Dokes has run the ball for 28 yards here and 13 yards there. And the next thing you know, Alex Yost once again takes a 9-yard handoff up the middle, and the Mountain Lions have another touchdown to take a 20-8 lead at that point. While Central Dauphin came right back, drove the field very quickly. Max Mosey with a 1-yard touchdown run, and once again the Mountain Lions jumped on defense, and Mosey came back out, got the 2-point conversion, so it made it 20-16. Well, Mountain Lions kept it going and kept working back through, and there's a little question about who's on what side of the field as the Mountain Lions came out and went the whole way down the field, and Central Dauphin is not happy, basically thinking that they got pushed off. But to get back, Dokes finished off a 13-yard run on that same sort of sweep option, quarterback option, where he pitches the ball off, and the Mountain Lions extra point now was 27-16, but unfortunately they scored too quick. Central Dauphin came back with one last touchdown before half. Mosey another 5-yard run, so he has all 3 touchdowns. This time their kicker finally was happy that the Mountain Lions didn't jump offside, and Aaron Stauffer put it through, and that's where we stand now, Chris. 27-23 with the Mountain Lions with a lead, but they're kicking off the Central Dauphin.
And they still don't have this settled out there. Central Dauphin is not happy about something, whatever. If they kick them all, I don't know what the story is exactly, but yeah, that was interesting. Those things happen before the game sometimes, usually not coming out at halftime. That was strange.
Well, if there was confusion, and we've had confusion all night, we've loved the offensive confusion that they have caused, but there's been little weird things all night. The Mountain Lions came out and went to the right, but then went and jogged all the way down the field, and Central Dauphin was down in the one end zone, and it just they're still over on the sideline complaining, talking, whatever. Looking ahead, Altoona's next 2 opponents, Carlisle State College. Currently, Carlisle is beating State College 14-0 at half.
Wow, that's interesting. Carlisle has been much improved, and we haven't seen them yet, but a little bit I've watched on film, they don't look too bad. They actually played this Central Dauphin team last week very tough. It was 24-21. Central Dauphin barely beat Carlisle, so Carlisle has been a team that's kind of towards the bottom of the mid-pen at times. They were pretty good a couple years back, but they look to be a much improved team this year, so it'll be very interesting. Mountain Lions going down there next week. Now, if they can hold on and win the game here like this, I mean that changes a lot of things. instills a huge amount of confidence in this Mountain Lion football team if they can come out and continue this torrid start they've had here in the first half.
Well, you were talking quickly about Carlisle and some of their good teams. I remember the first time we went through there back in the early 2000s, they had a quarterback that was incredible and some other key position players. Thing is, when they came here, we were in one of the major hurricanes, and the wind was blowing sideways across the field.
We were one of the only games that played
because of the turf.
Right.
Now everybody has turf. So we're starting the second half, and a good kick by Harrington drives them back to the 5. This time, Allen is able to hold on to it. He picks through, and he's just been getting right through that first line. This time he gets tackled by number 27 of the Mountain Lions. That's a number we don't use.
George Jackson Shepherd.
George Jackson Shepherd, and he will have the ball first down at the, they're saying that it's at the 36. They're marking it.
So it looks like 36-yard line. George Jackson Shepherd is a sophomore that's really got much better here as the season's progressed, and you know he's working special teams now. You may see him in the backfield here even tonight later in the game. He's done a tremendous job in these JV games, and with the Mountain Lions a little bit short at running back, Tyson Reed out now looks like, and Ethan Stroup out. So,
and we have a handoff with Allen going around to the corner. He will move up. We'll give him 6 yards.
So the Mountain Lions desperately need a stop in one of these possessions here in the second half, and they need to keep scoring themselves because you're just not going to shut this Central Dauphin offense down. They have to, pick and choose, get a stop here and there, and keep scoring themselves. This has the makings of a high-scoring ball game here.
I still think Mosey's done a great job picking the Mountain Lions apart, and this time. Oh, great open field tackle. That's
That's Jameer Hardison that they kind of got back here. He's been hurt most of the year. The coaches have told me he's a very good athlete. I've seen him on the basketball court. He's a pretty good basketball player for the Mountain Lions, and it's good to get a guy like that back whenever you're out a couple guys.
3rd and 6. Mosey's looking at a pass, and it's picked off. Mountain Lions get the ball.
Sean Betwee.
Betwee's coming all the way across. He's going to outrun the lineman. The question is, how far is he going to get? And he gets knocked out of bounds at Central Dauphin's 38-yard line. So all of a sudden now, here comes all these Central Dauphin players into the sideline, and flags are flowing. It's going to be a post-possession foul. The question is, what happened on the sideline after they went out of bounds? Did the Central Dauphin defenders tackle Betwee after he was out of bounds? So is it going to be a personal foul against Central Dauphin? But the entire Central Dauphin team started to come over because they were in the Mountain Lion sideline.
So Betwee with the big play. He had a 38-yard pick 6 last week against Chambersburg. To set the Mountain Lions up by 2 scores there early in that ball game.
Unsportsmanlike on 72 red. We have unsportsmanlike on 5 white. They offset.
First down.
Each player has their first unsportsmanlike. One more is an ejection.
All right, so 72 for Altoona. Is that Dose?
That's Xavier Deuce. Yeah, he. I don't even see what happened. I have no idea. So.
And Terrell English, which English is normally their lead running back. He's only carried today 4 times for 6 yards. So the Mountain Lions will take over. There's the second stop, and it's a big one as Betwee intercepts the ball, returns it all the way back to the Central Dauphin 38. Can the offense keep going and move Altoona up by more than a score?
There's the one of the stops we were talking about. They get the big play. So now the Mountain Lions, they must continue to do the things that they did in the first half to keep Central Dauphin off balance.
And Mosey was just trying to drop that ball in over top of Betwee to his receiver behind him, and Betwee was able to get his fingers on it and pull it in. And I was hoping for a 4th and 5. It ends up being 1st and 10 for Altoona. So we have everybody in the Mountain Lions over to the left. Yost down underneath. Usually under center, they hand off to Yost. And they do hand off to Yost. He's able to pick up
Alex
either
Yost.
1 or 2 yards. It's going to be the spot. He was at the 38. They're going to give him the 37. So we'll give him 1 yard there. 2nd and 9. Central Dauphin playing a little tougher up front middle.
Yeah, it's
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
it's up to the Mountain Lions to keep them off balance the way they did in the first half, and you know, you got to keep them honest. You got to run that middle play a lot, but at the same time, you know, we're gonna see you got to spread it out. You got to run that option play. You have to put the ball in the air a little bit to keep them off balance.
And here comes the ball in the air, straight down the middle, and it is a big pickup all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Jameer Hardison, who's making his name known tonight, coming back from that injury. Great job. Just a little seam route down the middle. Steinbugle with a great pass, and Mountain Lions have it going again down to the 13-yard line.
So that's a gain of 25. And Hardison, is that his first catch of the year, I believe?
Yeah. I don't know if he played last week. He definitely didn't
Well, he
play.
didn't have the one catch.
Right.
But Mountain Lions are in the red zone once again at the 13. They'll come out, and that was just like what we call the old tight end pop. As the guy lined up on the end of scrimmage just goes straight and nobody's covering. There's a handoff to Yost once again. He makes a break left, right, and he's bowling, trying to get into the end zone, but he goes all the way down to the 1. So a gain of 12. Yost has done a nice job. He has 9 carries for 59 yards right now and 2 touchdowns. So he's doing a good job filling in tonight for Ethan Stroud.
Yeah, that's his strength. He likes to run the ball. We've seen him out on the pattern with making a catch or 2. He also dropped one, but yeah, you like him up the middle. He has good feet. He has good power and good strength. He's a very athletic kid.
Well, we know that. Oh, there's a jump, and Steiny still wants to take it in, but I think we're going to move it a little closer. But once the Mountain Lions are usually about the 1, Steinbugle likes the quarterback keeper. Actually, Coach Niedermeyer, making the calls, likes that play. So now it's 1st and a half of a yard. The stats would still be a 1-yard score if the Mountain Lions can push it in. But this is big. It's going to push the Mountain Lions up by more than 1 score, and they're tight up front. There's the snap, and they're just pushing on Steinbugle, and I think they got him in the end zone, and there the entire team goes into the end zone. So 1-yard run, and the Mountain Lions are spreading the wealth as he is now the 5th Mountain Lion to score tonight. Is that right? 4th Lion to score tonight, and that's a 1-yard run for the quarterback, Steinbugle. Nice job, Aiden.
So the Mountain Lions will look to go back up 11 again. It's just this seesaw battle that the Mountain Lions have not lost the lead the entire game, though. But you just have this feeling you're just nervous because Central Dauphin has a high-powered offense, and you know you have to score with them. And right now the Mountain Lions are just doing that very thing. I mean, they're scoring with them and keeping this lead to back up 11, 34-23. 8.5 left here in the 3rd quarter, and how about another stop, huh?
Well, here's the big thing. Central Dauphin basically had their destiny in their hand. Even though they were down 4, they started with the ball, and that gives them more opportunities than the Mountain Lions. So that pick 6 and then turns things over that now the Mountain Lions take over on who has more opportunities. Mountain Lions cash in, go 38 yards and score, and the big play again, that Hardison 25-yard catch. Just Steinbugle has thrown some really nice balls tonight, and the Mountain Lions now 34-23, 8:28 to go, and best opening 3rd quarter I've seen from the Mountain Lions this year.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned this earlier too. They've been very, very good in the first half all year, and they've kind of like stalled and sputtered out at times in the second half. But boy, they get the turnover right away. They go right down and score, and it doesn't look like that's going to be the case tonight.
Well, there's the kick once again. This time it rolls past everybody and into the end zone. Allen wasn't ready to step in front, and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, the ball has that weird twist and just keeps going right through the end zone. So nice job by Harrington kicking off. And CD will start on their own 20-yard line. So Central Dolphins has twins to the left. And here comes that motion man across, and it's handed to the motion man. He's going to try to get around the corner. And again, to the outside, a couple Mountain Lions held him up, but he was able to get that 10 yards. They're going to mark him, I believe, right at the 30 and give him a first down.
Number 26 with the tackle.
Yeah, Hardison kind of couldn't get off that block. He kind of did and just got a hand on it, but couldn't bring him down. And then he ends up getting the 10 that he needs for a first down.
This time trips to the right. Mountain Lions have 2 defenders and a safety. There's a quick pass, and nobody is within 10, 12 yards. He dropped the ball. It's just going to be an incomplete pass. And actually, for Central Dauphin, that's lucky that that was an incomplete pass, because when Allen went down to get it, he went down on his knee.
Right.
And picked it up. So the ball would have been dead there, about another 5 yards back. So second and 10.
Right. If it was backwards, it could be a live ball, and he put his knee down. But you know what? There was nobody out there. Mountain Lions very fortunate on that one, actually. He had a lot of green in front of him.
So second and 10 here. Same play.
Same play.
And the Mountain Lions set it up the same way. So Allen had 5 yards before he met any contact. The good thing is there were 3 guys all there together, and it was cleaned up and tackled by LaRocco. Tyson, I believe, is partially in for Stroup tonight in one of the linebacker positions. So it is now 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 4.
Gain 6.
And Mosey's just going to pull it down and try to get the first down on his own. He gets it and more. He's out to the 45, so he gets a gain of 9 on that carry. And Central Dauphin moving the ball. Second first down of this drive.
On the stop. Gain of 9.
Central Dauphin is in that quick formation. They're not running the little fakes. There's the handoff going around on that sweep. And the Mountain Lions play nice on defense.
Hunter Reimer in there.
Reimer's in there, but
Hardison again. Hardison is all over the field right now.
And what he did is he stopped him from getting the corner. He forced the ball back inside, and Reimer was made the carry after 3 yards. That was the perfect play that you want to do there. And he helped Reimer on the tackle, but he was able to keep Chase from getting around end. Trips once again. Fake handoff. There's that quick pass to number 7. And he'll pick up the first down. He's caught from behind again by LaRocco. And Dokes on the play.
Fans are yelling screaming for a hold out there. I didn't really see much of one, but they just keep that short little passing game going, and the Mountain Lions are playing with that big cushion.
Gain of 9.
Bend but don't break mentality. The problem is on these drives they've been breaking at the end. They have to find a way to get that turnover at the end or stop them.
And here comes Mosey on a quarterback draw. He'll dance and weave his way for another first down and another 11 yards. So he seems like he's doing a lot of damage. He only has 54 yards on 10 carries. But those 3 touchdowns, they were all within 3-4 yards and 1 yard out. So Mosey, if Mosey goes, the team goes. And they're moving, but they're not moving as much as the Mountain Lions have been on offense.
Yeah, he's responsible for 15 touchdowns coming in through the air and with his legs, and has shown that tonight with 3 more. So
here comes Allen around the back. It's a handoff, and Allen's going to try to cut through, and he's pulled down by, is that Yingling, 57?
I think so.
For a loss.
Brian Yingling.
So that's a loss of 1 on the play. Second 11, or second and 12. The Mountain Lions seem to be making good plays on first and second, but then give up.
And that's been a bugaboo there
long
sometimes.
Play.
Yeah, they give up that long play on 3rd down. They got to get them in 3rd and long here and make a play.
Mosey's just going to throw a streak, and It was almost not overthrown.
It was closer than I thought it was.
Allen turned on some speed, and it was just off his fingertips. So we're going to have a 3rd and 12, but I have a feeling that with the score and the time, they are going to go into, like, if they don't get the 3rd down, if they don't come up with the 12, and they've done it 4 times tonight where they've got the 3rd and longs, they're going to go for it on 4th.
Yeah, and they're kind of in no man's land. You don't really want to punt from there, and it's too long for a field goal. And so I think you're right. I think this is 2-down territory.
Well, the defense this time, the Mountain Lions are sort of pressing. Williams comes across. He fakes it. There's guys going out, and Mosey says, go, 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 I've got it. And he goes down the sideline, and he's inside the 15, and he's going to get 19 yards and a 1st down. So 5 for 5 on 3rd and long for Central Dauphin tonight.
Amazing. That big play gets him again.
And Central Dauphin again moves into the red zone. 5:08 to go, 3rd quarter. Mountain Lions 34, Central Dauphin 23. It's been a pinball game back and forth as these offenses have put on some great plays, and Mosey basically makes this team go. And he fakes the handoff, the one-way counter, coming back the other way to
English.
Corral English, number 5, the ball
And where's he
carrier.
going to get down to the 10? So it's going to be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, so maybe the 11. I don't know.
And we'll give him the 11 because they're not on the 10.
Yeah, it's the 11.
So it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Ryan Yingling on the stop.
Now there's their leading rusher. He's got 11 yards tonight.
Yeah, it's
And the thing is, they're doing some of the other jet sweeps, and they're doing Mosey. Mosey is running the ball and taking care of business. And here comes another design quarterback draw. He will follow his running backs, lead blockers. The Mountain Lions do tackle him this time at the 2, but he's going to pick up another 9. And it's going to be 1st and goal on the 2 for the Rams of Central Dauphin. Mountain Lions up 11. So if I'm Central Dauphin, I'm going for 2 regardless to get within 3 if they score the touchdown.
You would think, right?
Now down in front of us, Carolyn Klein, Mrs. Klein, the host of the Mountain Lion Maniacs. And there's a fumble, and I think the Mountain Lions got it.
They did. Brady Freewald jumped on that, number 12.
Wow.
And there was a big hit down there at the 1, not letting Mosey get in.
Andre Doak, number 5.
5 actually came up with it at the end.
Officials timeout. Officials timeout.
That might be the quarterback that's down. And one of his teammates was calling him out, calling the trainer quickly. So I don't know what happened there, but
well, we heard it, and we're inside a glass case.
right.
So we heard that hit. It was a pretty strong hit, and I believe
it was a quarterback. Yeah, and he's up on his own, on his feet. But that was a big. I didn't see who did it, but somebody put a big hit on him. Mosey was about to get in the end zone, right at about the half-yard line, and jarred the ball loose. And Mountain Lions get on it. Another big turnover.
Well, I was saying just as that play was happening, Mrs. Klein and her Mountain Lion Maniacs, she has like a pep squad, so to speak. It's school spirit group, and they do some wonderful things for the Altoona high school and the students, and they come up with all the ideas what they're going to do student section. They are shooting T-shirts in the air to all the students and all different fans out here. So the Mountain Lions will come out on offense. They'll come line up right on the ball. It's at the 2-yard line. So I think you're going to see a quick Yost type situation. Central Dauphin is lined up tight. It does hand off quickly to Yost. I don't think he's going to get much yardage, but he does move the pile a little bit. So he either got 1 or it's going to be at the same line of scrimmage. What you want to do is just start to move yourself away from the end zone.
Yeah. Number 1. Get a little bit of room so you can punt if you have to.
And then on the other side of things, now you go with the progression of this play. This play has a double progression, which means 3 options. So you either hand it to Yost and run, you keep the ball and go around the end on yourself, or you have that speed option that they used earlier for big yardage. But at the end zone, you don't really want to step away or step back too much. So they have a tight formation. Steinbugle comes under center. And this time Dokes cuts back and gets to the corner, and he's going to get the first down and more.
Great play call right there. Central Dauphin was selling out up the middle to try to stop that inside give. They thought it was going to be that inside give, and instead the Mountain Lions run. It's like kind of like a counter, little counter off the edge there. And first down Mountain Lions. They get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. Mission number 1 accomplished. And then mission number 2 is keep moving that ball.
Driving and go up more. But
go up more, right?
We have not really seen that happen much. Usually when that jet comes around behind, they keep going. This time they get the ball and stop and cut back. And that was a big play by Dokes. And this time Yost takes the ball, keeps moving, and he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Mountain Lions could really use one of those like 7-minute drives right now. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter and counting.
Well, if you put a score on here, you're up 3 scores on this team, and you're going to be in the fourth quarter. That could be the backbreaker, and we don't know how their quarterback's going to be and if he's going to come back in. I don't currently see him. Is he sitting behind the bench up on the table, or is that somebody else? I can't see the number this far away.
I can't really see that far.
Okay, so Steiny goes back. He's going to drop back, and we have a screen over the middle, and
tripped over his own guy. That could have been disastrous.
Yingling went down, and then when Yost was looking back for the pass, he went down over top of Yingling, and Yingling is limping a little and seems to be hurt. So one of the players is going to take him out. 1:46. The clock should be running.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my fault.
So one of our watchers out there, Buddy Hatch, a friend of mine, texted me and said that was Tyson LaRocco on that hit down at the goal line, number 31. So big play by LaRocco, knocking that ball loose and getting the Mountain Lions with that good goal line stand there.
3rd and 10. Mountain Lions hand it off up the middle. They're able to get some yardage to the 18, but they're going to have to punt for the second time. 1:36 running clock. Yost picks up 5, but he needed 10. So I think the Mountain Lions there, after that missed screen, played it safe. And that screen would have went for some yardage, as there was no white around. All those guys went to the backfield, or they were running with receivers.
Yes, that would have been a good play. You don't see that too often. You trip over your own guy.
So CD came after the last one. They're coming again, and he got the ball off. It was close. He pulled his foot back, and somebody was moaning. I was thinking the coaches wanted him to take the roughing penalty.
Right.
You know, he's not usually a punter, at least at the varsity level. And I guess he needs some acting lessons.
And to be honest, it was 4th and 6. So that probably would have been the 5-yard variety.
So Mountain Lions have a new player in for Yingling at nose.
And Mosey's back in the game here.
It's number 52, Miles Wallace. Yeah, and Mosey's back in. It could have been a bell ringing, which, you know, they should be checked if that's what it was. But that was a heck of a hard hit.
Did you say 52? That's the Speacer, 10th grader.
Yeah.
You were looking, I think.
I was looking Central Dauphin side. I apologize.
The Speacer's in there.
Ryan, I'm sorry. That's Hayden Speed, 6'1", sophomore, as you know, Chris has said.
So we're getting a lot of sophomores in tonight at various times. That's good. Some juniors, some sophomores. Hardison comes back. He's a junior. We see Speece playing, a 10th grader. We see Jackson Shepard, a 10th grader, playing. We're getting, due to injury, Tyson Reed's out. Ethan Straub is out. We haven't mentioned Caleb Spriggs, one of their starters. He's out. He had actually, he thought he had some kind of injury and ended up with some kind of a broken bone in his leg or something. So he's out for quite a while. So, next man up, I guess, is the mentality here, and it seems to be working so far for the Mountain Lions.
Again, that end-over situation to the left, but there's twins right. Mosey looks over. They yell out a couple calls. Yingling trying to get himself back in the game, I believe. And here comes Allen, and there's the handoff, and here's the reverse. Nope, it's a fake.
Fake reverse.
And it's played outside perfectly. Well,
he didn't quite tackle him.
He didn't tackle him, but he forced him out further. But I think we're going to have a face mask.
There's
a penalty flag at the 50.
Zion Allen on the carry.
Allen picks up 5 at the end of the run, but what's the penalty? No, he picked up 1, I guess, where he stepped
only
out.
1, yeah.
But a penalty flag went right up at the 50.
Horse collar on the defense.
Okay.
15 yards, first down.
So is it 15 from the penalty, so it takes it to the 35? Nope. It's 15 from the line of scrimmage. Nope, that's 20. So it's 15 from the end of the run.
I guess from the end of the run, I don't know.
52 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Central Dauphin has turned the ball over on their last 2 possessions, which has helped Altoona get that 11-point lead. Mosey gets the snap, hands it off, and nice
Hardison
play by Hardison.
He's everywhere. He stretched the play out on the previous play. I don't know who the horse collar was on.
And he keeps switching sides left and right. So he goes to a certain side based on the certain player formation. And that's a gain of 2 from English.
After 28.
The clock's running 27, 26. They'll get this play off. And according to the result, this might be the last play of the third quarter. So Mosey looks back, tries to just throw a pass over the middle. Does hit his receiver, who gets tackled. We're going to give him the inside the 10.
Number 9, Darian Thomas, the tight end. He got him right over the middle there.
So it's a gain of 18, and that's the first time he's looked at his tight end. 8 seconds left to go. I think they're going to try to get one more off before the end of the play, and they do, and he gets into the end zone. So the last play, and I believe that was English, right?
Yeah, it was English.
English on a 9-yard touchdown run.
English.
And they tried a little hurry up to get that off. It actually was the last play of the quarter. And the Mountain Lions, I don't know if they weren't quite ready or what, but I think they should be going for 2 here to try to get it to a 3-point game, like you said. And I don't see the kicker out there, so. They better hurry up. They might be forced to use a timeout. 15 on the play clock now. They're not even out there.
They haven't
coach all the way out in the field, which I don't know how you're allowed to do that, to be honest with you.
They haven't used a timeout yet.
They're going to use one, have to use one now. It's 4, 3.
And there's the timeout.
And there's their timeout. And I'm not sure how you're allowed all the way out past the numbers. That's kind of interesting.
But the Mountain Lions were basically ready for a regular extra point kick. And that's what happened on the last, 2 two-point conversions, is they're looking for something. They have no linebackers. They don't have their defense in. They have the extra point team in.
Timeout, Central Dauphin.
Thank you.
They're first.
Timeout, Central Dauphin.
So, third quarter action. Currently, the Mountain Lions are up 34-29. Central Mountain's going for 2. They just scored on the last play of the third quarter. And this has been an interesting game from a lot of standpoints. We thought that Altoona started to jump Central Dauphin as soon as they got off the bus, like if their legs weren't ready from the long ride, because they're used to 15, 20-minute rides. And anybody who has to come up to Altoona to play, it's a 2 to 2.5 hours when you're on a bus and moving through Harrisburg during rush time on a Friday afternoon. Altoona's used to those trips because they make them all the time. But the other teams usually don't. They make one trip a year and aren't used to that bus. So Mountain Lions came out 13-0, but they have been matching score for score, and they've had 2 turnovers and have done a great job. So going for 2 once again. Mosey's run the other ones in, and he's going to start to run, and he's going to continue to run.
A flag down.
And there's a penalty.
It's going to be on.
It's going to be holding.
Yeah.
It's either going to be holding or some sort of illegal block.
Illegal formation.
Illegal formation.
5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
After a timeout. We've seen that on both sides now. After a timeout, you get everything going, you come out there and...
So now do you kick it instead of going for 2? Because you're hoping you're going to have another 1 or 2 opportunities. So now it's going to be a 2-point conversion 8 yards out. Okay, they still have 5 men in the backfield, and they have nobody else up on the line of scrimmage. This end guy is, well, he's getting closer. And Mosey just turns, throws, and is it caught? It's caught by number 7. So that is Rudy.
Yep. We couldn't really see. It was a sliding catch kind of, and Rudy comes up with the ball. So it's a 3-point ball game. 34-31 at the end of the third quarter.
Wait a second. This is not the Big 12. What are we doing here?
I know, this is amazing. I never would have dreamed the score would be 34-31
So we have
in favor
a
of the
signal,
Mountain Lions
please.
at the end of the
It is
third
a good
quarter.
extra point. Good completion. That's the end of the quarter.
PA announcer asking the officials for a signal. I did see the one guy in the back middle put his hands up, but I was looking, I didn't see a lot either. I was trying to look and see if it was caught at first before I said anything, and they didn't really make a signal.
I was just looking because I saw a couple CD guys cheer, and then, you know, number 7, Rudy jumped up with the ball.
Right.
But
You don't know if it skipped in there. I mean, we couldn't see. So Mountain Lions need to answer again. It's the way they've done all night so far.
Well, again, because of those turnovers, the Mountain Lions theoretically have their destiny in their hand. If they keep going and scoring, they keep that advantage, because a score here, regardless of the extra point, is going to put you up 9, so that's more than 1 score.
Minutes to go. Amazing. An amazing, amazing football game tonight so far.
Central Dolphins set the kick. This one goes over the head of Yost. Most of them have bounced and gone by him. This one landed about 4 yards deep in the end zone, so the Mountain Lions will start 1st and 10 from the 20. We'll see if they can keep things going. Steinbugle is looking for one of the officials to get the ball to. Aiden has played a great game. He's made some great choices throwing the ball and or running the ball. Which of the 3 options to commit to? And when he's been under center, it's usually either a handoff or a quarterback option. And this time again, Yost, you know, the Mountain Lions had a great call in the first half.
Alex Yost,
You don't want to sit and hold this. You got to keep moving the ball. So we'll see what we get on 2nd down, but we're moving into that 2nd and 7 territory. 4th quarter, Mountain Lions up 31 or 34-31. This time, a little quick pass. He pulls it down and starts to run. He's got the angle, he's got the corner and the 1st down, and he's going to get a personal foul. He did not get a personal foul. I believe that's lucky, because he tried to reach back and give a straight arm.
But yeah, it was almost a swing. That looked weird. It's one thing to give a stiff arm. So he's a little bit lucky there that, yeah, it didn't turn out bad for him. You can stiff arm anybody you want, but he almost like was almost like a punch. Yeah, it was close. But it was open-handed. It wasn't a closed fist. He didn't like punch him, but
it was a good. I think he was trying to keep somebody off his legs
right.
or something. But that was a good option from him. It was a pass, and he decided to pull it down and found a hole and picked up 11 yards and a first down. And here's the option. And again, he cuts through and finds a nice hole, and he goes down and
gets out, keeps it, gets a 7-yard gain out of that. I mean, that's very good on first down. Keeps the Mountain Lions on schedule.
Number 31 on the tackle. Gain is 6.
I'm saying 7.
Yeah, I think so.
Joe Shuda, our public address announcer here, he's been doing this for years. And Yost gets the handoff, and he's going to be very close to the first down. Are they marking him at the 49 or the 48.5? And it looks like the 48.5 from this side, the 49 from that side, so he's going to set it. It's going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and short.
It's really close.
So we can only give Yost 2 there.
That's inches here. Quarterback sneak.
I would, and you go on 2. But then again, sometimes you mess your own team up when you go on 2.
Right.
Big 3rd down here. Take the ball and go straight up the center. Yost, I'll go 50 yards.
Yost.
I'll go Yost in 50 yards. He's got the 20, the 10. He's going to get in the end zone. Alex Yost with a 57-yard run.
Another big play out of the Mountain Lions to go up 2 scores again. Mountain Lions with the 40 on the board. Mountain Lions have not scored more than 31 the entire year. They had 31 against Williamsport. Mountain Lions have 40 points, and there's still 9:47 to go in this ball game.
Well, I called the quarterback sneak, and I think Central Dauphin called the quarterback sneak. That's why Yost was able to go off tackle. And how did Central Dauphin not block that? They were right in front of it. But a 57-yard touchdown run by Alex Yost. That gives him 126 on the night and 3 touchdowns. I think that's pretty capable fill-in for the evening.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Safety as well as yours walking around the outside of the track or standing in the fence is strictly prohibited during game time.
And this is just something we haven't seen.
I am running out of room on the bottom of my scoring sheet.
Too many points. I mean, you know, they don't set over-unders for high school games, but I guarantee it wasn't 72. No. It's 72 points tonight. 41-31 right now, 9:47 to go. And there's still a lot more room for a lot more scoring here, and I know these teams aren't done, to be honest with you.
And Altoona was a 20-point underdog tonight.
Right.
Based on, you know, the newspaper guys in Harrisburg. Wow. It's been a great offensive night for the Mountain Lions. Betwee came up with a big interception. Dokes came up with the fumble recovery after a big hit by LaRocco. Yost has done it all on offense. Everybody else has pitched in. It's been an overall team setup so far tonight. And again, Harrington gets that little flying saucer kick to go down to about the 10 and bounce into the end zone as Allen was not able to take it. And Central Dauphin starts 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Incredible game for the last game on Mansion Park as your senior night at this point. Mountain Lions up 2 scores, 9:47 left to go. Can their defense come up with another big play? Their offense has to give them a little bit of breathing room. Trips left, fake handoff. Mosey pulls it down, starts to run, and he wants to go the distance now, and he got pushed from behind, and he's still going. And he cuts back across the field.
What the heck happened there?
And in one play, Central Dauphin answers in about 10 seconds.
80-yard run, touchdown.
As Max Mosey just takes the ball, goes outside, gets behind the 3 blockers and then cuts back behind them and goes the entire distance.
Defense is optional tonight. And they're just going to keep going for 2, because if they could get one more, no, they are going to kick it. Heck, who's to say they can't score 3 more touchdowns and catch up by going for 2, you know what I mean? But they're going to kick it here to keep it a 3-point game.
Is that Mosey's 4th touchdown? 1.
And the kick is good
that's his
by
3rd.
Aaron Stauffer. Mount Lions 41, Rams 38.
Coaches are not happy at all with that. They had him hemmed in to make a tackle over there, and just, I don't know what happened. Just, he cut back and all of a sudden outran everybody.
41-38. I haven't seen that since the Dolphins-Chargers playoff game back in the 80s.
Yeah.
With the hook and ladder.
Or every other Big 12 game, like you said earlier. It's crazy what's going on here tonight.
And we usually talk a little Penn State sports or something else. You know, the Mountain Lions were running up and down the field on Iowa, or throwing up and down the field. And then the injury to
Clifford.
Clifford.
Oh, jeez.
And they're not saying much about it, but he could miss a game or 2. The second game would be Ohio State, which wouldn't be good. So here comes the kickoff, and this one's just going to go boom, down, and Dokes watches it. Did it make it in the end zone, or did it?
Apparently.
Yeah, it got just inside the pylon, so it's going to come out to the 20. Almost would have been moved out to the 35, and 9:32, 41-38. Never thought I'd see Altoona this year be in a shootout like this offensively. But they are coming up with some things. They are making plays offensively. They've made 2 defensively, and they're about the only 2 defensive plays anybody's made tonight.
Anybody's made, right? Yep.
41-38. You got to match their score. That's what it comes down
These
to.
2 teams play each other in February in a basketball game. They might score less points in a basketball game.
Steinbugle under center. There's a man in motion. Here's the option pitch. No pitch as the option. Steinbugle will just take it out to about the 26 or 27.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him 7 on that one.
Okay, so out to the 27.
He had space. He pulls the ball out of Yost's belly and comes around the end here, and he had space. If that defensive end commits to him, he's going to pitch it. If nobody's there, he's going to hold it himself and pick up 7. They'll take 7 any day of the week.
And that time Chase was coming up trying to play on Dokes, and that's why I think you didn't see the pitch. So 2 receivers each way. Steinbugle goes back.
Screen.
There's the screen again. This time Yost gets it, and he goes straight through the middle of the line, and he's out past the 50 and bowling people over and down to about the 45 and still going to the 43. And somebody wasn't happy. It looks like Dokes. The players pull him off and back. But correct me if I'm wrong. Was that a 40-yard gain?
I think so. They're putting it at the 42-yard line.
30-yard gain.
30.
Yeah, 30 because of the run.
20.
You're right. 30. My fault.
23 and 8. Yeah, 30. Yeah. But great play call. They had that earlier, and you said it was wide open, but Yost tripped over his lineman, but that was open there.
There's the pitch. There's Dokes. He's going to try to cut around. Ooh, good defensive play. And that was Chase again. His goal is to keep him from getting outside of him, and he made a great play. Dokes was able to pick up 3 yards.
2. Second down and 8.
Yeah, Chase made a great play getting off the block there and making that tackle. That's not an easy play to make. It's hard enough to tackle somebody without having a blocker hanging on you and everything. That's
7:47. I love watching the coaches on the sideline with their signals. Arrow, like somebody's pretending to shoot an arrow. Someone else is trying to chop wood.
They shoot a gun.
And
they get strong sometimes. They do all these things. You're right.
And that was a screen pass going out, a quick pass out to Dokes was what they wanted. But Altoona called timeout right before it.
Timeout, Altoona.
Oh my goodness, what a game. I mean, holy cow. It's wearing me out here and I'm not even doing anything. It's amazing.
I'm not even counting Reed's run for yardage. So the Mountain Lions have 300 yards rushing. Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Mosey has to be getting close to 200 himself for Central Dauphin.
No, he didn't have that many because they were all short runs.
Oh, they're all short runs.
So Mosey with that, he has 162. He had 82 before that last touchdown.
Pretty good effort. How many carries has he had?
He has
run the ball.
13 carries, 162.
Carries. He's run the ball quite a bit, yeah.
And his passing, he has, what has he got? He's got 12 for 17, and he's shooting in the 150, 160 yard range there.
But for them, this game is playing out just what we said. We said Mosey coming in has all those yards passing and rushing.
Well, both these teams have 400 yards or more on offense.
What a treat here.
And the Mountain Lions have more guys out there than Central Dauphin, and they do the same thing, throw a quick pass to the outside. And who was that?
I didn't see who that was.
I think it was Howman.
Oh, Howman, yeah, okay.
So Howman will
get set up a third and about 3. So that's kind of what the Mountain Lions want. Those short yards. It's 2 down territory or 4 down territory here, so they have 2 plays to basically get 3.
7:01 to go in the game. And since that touchdown run, you have not seen Yost run the ball. Do they give the ball to Hardison? Nope.
First down. Alex Yost again.
Yost gets it again, and this time
first down.
They needed 3. He got 4. And the clock starts to move again.
Number 54 with the tackle.
A drive-in touchdown here would be big. You put the Mountain Lions up by 2 scores, and it'll probably take more than a minute, minute and a half, so they'd be under 5 minutes to go in the game.
Unless they break the next one.
Well, and then they'll come back and score in 10 seconds too.
Yeah.
So 12 seconds on the clock, play clock. Mountain Lions need to get up under center. They're trying to use all the time they can now. There's a quick pass thrown out to Howman again. He makes the catch, tries to cut back through. He'll get 1 yard, but that's about it.
Yeah, you try to do too much. You just got to catch it and go, take your 4 and be happy with it.
Well, he's got a bubble around him, but he's running back into 4 defenders instead of going out where you have a blocker and try to pick up what. 5:45 to go in the game. Mountain Lions have a 2nd and 10 on the 31.
2nd down and 10.
Steinbugle gets under center. Dokes goes around, fake handoff, and Steinbugle was going to pitch, and all of a sudden, there's number 7 on Dokes. He charged Dokes, and Steinbugle could not pitch the ball, and that's going to be a loss of 8. That is a big defensive play, the first by Central Dauphin tonight.
Randy Rudy got in there and
so that's the play that Ethan Howman went 76 yards on that first play of the game. And the last couple times the Mountain Lions looked like they were going to make that play and make that pitch, Rudy keeps coming over, and Steinbugle kept it. This time he couldn't keep it because the defensive end picked him up, and we are in a 3rd and 14. This is one of the first times tonight the Mountain Lions have been at this distance.
See if the Mountain Lions can hit a play.
Here comes that screen again.
And it's open.
And it's open, and it could be a touchdown.
Back to Yost.
Yost is going 5-4, and he kicks it, and it's a touchdown! 34-yard touchdown.
What a call. Screen pass to Yost again.
But it wasn't a middle screen. It was a left screen.
It was left screen. Had Central Dauphin all just attacking the quarterback, blitzing on a 3rd and 13, thinking they were going to throw the ball down the field. And the Mountain Lions get another big touchdown. did they score too quick?
Well, here's what I said, though. They're going to go up 2 scores with less than 5 minutes. We got 4:37. We're up 2 scores, 47-38. This will be a huge win if the Mountain Lions can hang on for the last 4.5 minutes.
This game is far from over. There's
Yost
a lot,
is having a great game.
a lot happening here.
Alex Jones with a
good.
touchdown. Ian Pavella.
All right, that's the last line on my score sheet, so game's over.
48-38.
We got to just end it because I don't have any more lines to write on.
And just, you just look at Central Dolphins just walking off the field in dismay. I mean, it's like, they're like, what is happening to, I can't believe we come up here and this Altoona football team is doing this to us. That's the way they look right now. It's amazing. Now, the offense feels pretty good about themselves because Altoona has made them punt once and got a couple turnovers, and that's it. They scored every other time they touched the ball. So, but the defense for Central Dolphins is just not making any plays, really.
So I'm going to make a call right now. I'm going to say that the player of the week in the Altoona Mirror has got to be Yost. 15 carries, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns. Oh, by the way, he has 3 carries for 64 yards. When you put them together, he's got 194 yards and 4 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah,
on his own.
That's pretty good.
Mountain Lions have 450 yards of offense. That's usually what we get in a year. Awesome game. Mountain Lions plans, great calls. Brian Camberg, Vince Niedermeyer has done a great job in building back the belief. 5-1 team coming in here against the Mountain Lions, who everyone favored as one of the best teams in the Mid-Penn, or probably favored for the Mid-Penn if they win out. And they are just going score for score and a little extra to be up by 11 in this game, or 10, 48-38. Ball is taken at the 15, and the Mountain Lions make a good defensive play and tackle him at the 26. So that was Selby. So Rocco is having a good game. Since he has come in, he has made some big plays, and he made the big hit on the goal line to get the turnover earlier. So the Mountain Lions need to make a couple stops. Again, here's that trip formation that has been giving them trouble all night. The Mountain Lions have too many guys on the left side of the ball. They need to shift people over, and they're telling Connor Reimer to move out. And again, Mosey just sits there. He's going to throw deep, and
yep,
big play.
Another big play. Allen gets behind
24,
Betway.
54, 59 yards to Allen. Wow. Yeah, it might have been too early of a score.
Yard completion.
And looking for Allen. How many plays has he had tonight? It's only his 2nd catch. That's sort of amazing.
Oh, he dropped that one. Selby right to
Incomplete pass. 2nd down.
About the 8-9 yard line there. He's pretty open, and Selby drops the ball.
Actually, that was Allen's 1st catch of the night. He's done more damage on the kickoffs and on running those reverses. So here's those 3 defenders again. And the Mountain Lion, or here comes Allen across. They fake the handoff. They're going to roll that side. And Mosley goes for a throw. Diving catch attempt, and he caught the ball. That's Rudy. Rudy.
He's like Wes Welker, that Rudy. He just makes this. I mean, he only had 5 catches coming into the game, but tonight he's making some big catches, those possession-type plays.
Big plays, big
catches. There goes Mosey running again, and he's untouched.
37 seconds that took them to score that time. Wow. So another, was that 4 yards again? I got to add an extra line.
This is, what a game. So they come back and score right away. Defense optional.
See, now if they would have done what you said,
yeah,
they could have actually closed to 1.
Right.
And the kick is good.
I mean, they might not have made it, but, you know, Altoona hasn't stopped that quarterback run from 4 yards. One time they did and made them fumble. That was it, down there in the goal line. But
So Mosley is matching Yost. And he's got 166 yards rushing. And now that's his 5th touchdown, and he's got 2 two-point conversions.
3:53 left, 48-45 Altoona. And we're not making this up. This is really happening.
You're going to see 500 yards offense by both teams.
Yeah. Mountain Lions have to answer again. They cannot punt the ball back because they can't stop them. So they have to score here.
Well, Altoona has 1 timeout left. Central Dauphin has 2. It is 20-10. There has been so much offense, this game has taken forever.
Yeah, and that's not what we're used to seeing, actually. We're used to seeing quick moving clock, Mountain Lion possessing the ball, the other team not getting it. I mean, but the Mountain Lions have scored quickly themselves several times tonight with more chunk plays than we've seen all year.
The Mountain Lions think there's going to be an onside kick. They're defending for the onside kick. They have everybody within 20 yards. Question is it's a pooch, and it's a pooch. And
fair catch.
Fair catch.
Brady
nice
Freewald catches that.
Nice play by
actually,
Freewald.
That's Brennan. Sorry,
Brennan.
That's his older brother, Brady.
Sorry.
But yeah, nice play by Brennan Freewald. Calling that fair catch. And
Right, because you don't want to have any chance of any fumble or any problem. So he just put his hand up to make sure that, once he caught the ball, it was the change of possession. The Mountain Lions had the ball 1st and 10 on the 33.
No, I mean, it's not. The Mountain Lions get one of those time-consuming drives, get some first downs, run some clock here.
But they haven't. They've scored too quick all the time. Both teams. It's been amazing.
That would be what the doctors would order here. 4 or 5 yards at a clip.
And Yost gets hit as soon as he gets through the line of scrimmage.
But he got 2 out of that.
They're going to give him 2 up to the 35.
And they can't get too. I mean, at the same time, you want a time-consuming drive, but you can't get too conservative here. You got to keep doing, the things that brought you here.
Well, again, running clock. Mountain Lions come up. They're going to snap it probably when it's about 8 seconds. So it's going to be right around 3 minutes at the end of this play. And there's that Doak sort of cutback run, and he almost got through. And if he got through, he was going to get a lot more run. They're going to bring him out 3 more yards, so it's a 3rd and 5. It's a big play as the Mountain Lions 2:55 running clock.
There you go. On the stop. 3rd down and 5.
The Mountain Lions will snap the ball somewhere right around 2:27, 2:25. But more important, they need to pick up the 1st down. Are you going to throw the ball? Or are you going to throw that quick screen? Hardison going around, and Steinbugle gets sacked. Didn't know where he wanted to go, and now this is big because it's 4th, and we're going to get a timeout from the Central Dauphin side. It's going to be 4th and 11, as that sack was going to cost us, pretty much 5 yards, everything we had from before there.
So that's a big play. He looked confused. I'm not sure what the play call was, but
he thought he probably had the draw, and he had a couple things. Hardison on that sweep went around because Rudy was blocked. Could have picked up a lot of yardage, but again, it all developed so quick that Steinbugle didn't have a chance to make what move he wanted. So now the Mountain Lions are going to be set up to punt with 2:15, 2:23. They moved the clock back after the timeout.
So you get the punt off. That's number 1. Number 2, you make sure you tackle well, and then on defense, you got to tackle guys, and you can't let people get behind you. I mean, those are the two things that have really killed them.
Well, one quick thing, we're going to leave the game for a second. Larry Detweiler and the band, anybody can hear what's playing. They're playing Cameo Word Up, which I haven't heard from the 80s, but I'm sitting here singing it. See, and I know everyone out there now is listening and is picking that up. But no, again, 4th and 10. Harrington is back to punt. They've been close to blocking a couple of the kicks, and they've got 9 guys on that line of scrimmage. There's the snap. 3 come through, and no,
says no.
They waved it off. And Allen's going to pick it up at the 28 and try to go down the sideline. I thought he stepped out, but he got all the way back up to the 39. 2:12 in the game. Central Dauphin down 3 points, 48-45. If they can drive 61 yards, they will take the game. Or we know their kicker, Stauffer, has a big leg.
Right.
1 timeout each team. There's that trips formation. They found something they liked, and they've been staying in it most of the evening. The Mountain Lions moved one of their defenders over to that right side, but they're still 3 for 2. And Mosey's just going to stand there. He's getting chased, and he's going to be he brought down, and he tried to throw it late. He was down, and they're saying he was down, and the clock should still stay running. It's not. It's not running. It needs to be running.
Yes,
spin the clock. Reimer with the sack. It's a 3-yard sack.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13.
That's the 3rd time Mountain Lions have had a sack tonight. Mosey throws a quick pass to the outside.
Incomplete.
Incomplete and dropped. So it is now 3rd and 12. We're under 2 minutes in the game, but the clock is stopped. 1:45, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13.
48-45 Mountain Lions in a thriller. 3rd and 12, big play here. Definitely going for it on 4th down.
Can somebody come up with a big defensive play or a turnover? In these situations all year, we've had Sean Betwee or Howman come up with a big defensive play, or Reimer or Riccio with a sack. Mosey's going to get some time. He's going to run. He's just going to keep going and try to get it on his own. He does. He goes down the sideline and out of bounds. 137, and he picked up a big, is that 21 yards? 21-yard run, and I think that doesn't push him over 200, but it's getting him close, 187. Mosey's had a big game. Now
there's that big 3rd down play again. We've seen it all night long.
136. The clock will start on the snap. 1st down, 44-yard line in the Mountain Lion territory. Again, Mountain Lions are out in front, 48-45. Mosey's set for the snap. And he's going to just take a quarterback draw, start running up the middle, and he's going to be tackled, and they're going to need to use that timeout here.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, they're going to let it run. So Mosey picks up 5. The clock is running at 1:20. Rudy moves to the opposite side. So you have twins on the right, one on the left. Mosey just stands and throws it over Allen's head. Allen got behind Dokes. I don't know what Dokes was watching, but as the free safety, you're watching the quarterback, keeping your eyes on him. He was watching somebody off to the right, and Allen got behind, but did not get the ball.
Another big 3rd down, 3rd and 5, 1:08 left.
1:08, but you're within 4-down territory, so they're going to go regardless. Same formation. Mosey's just going to throw the same play, throw it out. He does hit his defender. They'll make the play and the tackle, and he gets out of bounds. So they go from the 39. They're going to get to the 22.
That's that big cushion that the Mountain Lions always give.
17, and that was number 4, I believe, that time, right?
Yep, that was Juice.
And that's his 4th catch. Are we going to see overtime? from the 10. So here's our big trip formation. 1 minute to go in the game, and Mosey's going to run. He wants to run. He doesn't want to pass it. He's going to the outside, and he got knocked down and was in bounds. He's in bounds. The clock is running.
Oaks made a good play.
It was an 8-yard or 9-yard gain. That gives him 200 on the night, and there's the timeout.
Dokes is hurt.
Oh, Dokes is hurt. So it's not the timeout from Central Dauphin. 44 seconds. Second and 2 at the 15. So Central Dauphin is in field goal range. They still have that one timeout, but they don't want the field goal. They want the 15-yard touchdown and the 50 points in the lead.
And, I mean, you hate to say it, but if the Mountain Lions would have played like this the last 2 drives, the game would be over by now. They would have ran out of time, you know what I mean? But the fact that you just let them score right away on you, you had to make them earn it and take some time off the clock.
So here's the big thing. This night, it's still 71. It's 10 o'clock at night. It was a warm day and a warm night, and it's a cramp. They were working as a cramp, and it looks like it's locked up. He's going to start to walk it off. He's got to come out for a play or two, but it was a cramp. He made a dive. So if you're Central Dauphin, do you attack where Dokes was, or are you Mosley just going to take care of it yourself?
Well, they bring Yost back in to take his place. Yost has been a starter. He's just not playing a lot of defense tonight because of offense. So, but they don't. I don't know how much they know that. You know, so you're right. I mean, that's a possibility of.
Here's that same trips formation that we've seen. You have actually 4 receivers over here, and Mosey's just going to take it and run. And he gets to the 10. He dances and gets knocked out of bounds at the 7.
Mosey.
33 seconds.
I mean, one time they have to tackle him, like one play. They haven't done it in about an hour and a half. So now's the time to do it because he's just going to keep doing that.
So
he's done it every time inside the 10 all night long. He's going to continue to do it.
8 more yards, first and goal. You have 2 tight ends and trips this side. Mosey steps up, and he's not going under center. No, that's his blocker out the side, Williams, or English. And Mosey, just going to take it up the middle. He's going to dance, and he's going to go into the end zone.
Yeah, that's just, they can't stop that. And they have it all night. They haven't been able to stop it. 28 seconds left, 1 timeout, and this is a big extra point because it puts them up 4, and the Mountain Lions would need a touchdown then.
Mosey picks up his 6th touchdown. And he doesn't even look like he's running. He's sort of dancing his way around. In the middle of that Central Dauphin line is just keeping everybody off him. And the kick is up and good.
Kick is good. So that puts them up 4 with 28 seconds to go. Mountain Lions have their work cut out for them now. They got to get a touchdown in 28 seconds with only 1 timeout.
52-48, 100 points scored tonight. I don't know the last time I saw 100 scored in an Altoona game, if ever.
Yeah, probably never. There were some wild ones back in the day. I remember Bethlehem Catholic come up here. That was like 38-35. I think Cumberland Valley, they played a game that was like 41-38, but never. I've never seen this.
Dokes is trying to get himself back in the game. So Altoona led this game literally 47 minutes and 40 seconds.
That's the first lead of the game for Central Dauphin right there.
15 seconds, they were tied. Rest in that, Altoona led the entire time until the last 28 seconds.
15 seconds. Altoona scored on the second play from scrimmage. 15 seconds in. You're right. That's amazing. That's blasted.
Through the end zone, and the Mountain Lions have 80 yards to
We
go
will come out
in
to the
28
20-yard line.
seconds.
Altoona first and 10 at the 20.
Excuse me. So Altoona, for the first time tonight, is down. They only have 28 seconds and 1 timeout. They're at their own 20. I think you're going to see Central Dauphin open up their defense that you right now have 2 guys standing. That's Allen and Winrick.
That's
20 yards away, and here comes a third.
It's 3 deep. It's about as deep as you're going to get typically. They're trying to creep up though. They want to get up there.
And Steinbugle tries to step aside, and he's going to run, and he's going to get tackled, and the clock's going to run, or did we just time out?
Stop by number 12, Nathaniel.
See, the clock's still running. They didn't use the timeout, and they spiked the ball. So 11 seconds, 1 timeout. Chances are this is going to be the last play, unless it's a very short gain or no gain, and they might have a chance for 1 more play.
Yeah, they have a timeout, so.
But, you know, an actual play, if they're going to get more than 30 yards in this play, it's going to take 11 seconds.
Yeah. It's not looking promising.
So Steinbugle steps back, he scrambles, he's looking to throw, and he's going to run. 4 yards and stay in bounds.
Steinbugle.
First down.
And 1 second on the clock. Mountain Lions have to call timeout here. So with 1 second left, Steinbugle's able to get another 8 yards, but in the grand scheme of things, it's wasted the 28 seconds to get that first down. And this is the last play of the game unless there is a defensive penalty.
Like a pass interference. That would not typically called on these Hail Mary type things. So he can't throw the ball that far. So the best thing to do, throw like a screen pass.
Hook and ladder?
Yeah, or something. Yeah, a hook and ladder might be good. But like a screen pass or a drag across the middle and try to set up some blocks. And
but
see
even
if
a
you
hook
can
and
do it.
ladder, look at the 3. The 3
Right,
deep
well, sure.
are 40-something yards.
And hopefully you can get some guys down to block for you and you can make a move on somebody. That's about the only thing you can hope. I'm not going to say it's going to be successful. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know.
That's about the only thing you can hope for to do that.
321 yards rushing for the Mountain Lions. 30 yards rushing.
Regardless, it's been a tremendous game. And it's going to hurt to lose this one, but, you know, unless a miracle happens right here. You never know.
And they just called that an incomplete pass. Game over, and Central Dauphin
Terrific high school football game.
is
Final score: Rams 52. Not Lions 40.
running around the field like crazy. And if you can tell, they are taking the Altoona side of the field on purpose.
Yeah, there you go.
Because of halftime. So, on the evening, big scoring evening, the Mountain Lions led, as I said, 47 minutes and 17 seconds, 52-48 Central Dauphin. It was an offensive shootout. You know, just quickly to look at some things that the Mountain Lions did. 132 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns for Yost. Reed, a 76-yard touchdown run. Steiny had 46 yards, 71 for Dokes. In the passing game, there was only 1 touchdown for the Mountain Lions, which was Yost getting another touchdown on a 34-yard drive. But overall passing, the Mountain Lions had a strong evening as they completed 14 of 18 passes. And again, they had some big passes there. They did approximately, I'm looking at about 200 yards passing and over 330 yards rushing. So Mountain Lions, 500 yards offense, same for Central Dauphin. Mountain Lions got the ball with 2 turnovers, but they weren't able to completely slow down the team from Central Dauphin as they turned and came from behind and had the last 2 touchdowns by Max Mosey. The thing is, he didn't just have those 2. He had 1 at the end of the third quarter, 1 in the second quarter, and another 1 or 2 in the first quarter for a total of 5 or 6 on the night. Let's go back through 6 on the night. So great game, 52-48. There's a lot of positives you can take out of the offensive side. I don't think you watch the defensive film at all. You go and look at Carlisle and see what you need to do. But they did a lot of positive things, and Mountain Lions are moving back to the middle of the circle to the A. And we're just positioning ourselves. But overall, a great game, Chris. The Mountain Lions will move on to play next week against Carlisle, who was winning at the half against State College. I would just like again thank Doug Sipes and the Mountain Lion TV crew, Caleb Freeze, Noah Freeze, Chris Fox, Jaden Gutshaw, Tessa Wise, Ben Shank, Avery Birchfield, Rebecca Holliday, bringing this game to you. What a game on senior night. Unfortunately, the Mountain Lions fall short, 52-48. I'm Jim Abbott along with Chris Strawmeyer. Thank you for turning in tonight, and hopefully we'll see you back here for the playoffs.